Yes, so Sam Hyde came out with a new video the other day, and I am the Sam Hyde React streamer. I will take that crown and wear it proudly. And it's Sportsball. Now I haven't reacted to every single Sam Hyde video because it depends on if it's like interesting or not, or something I can commentate on. But this is Sportsball, and I have lots of things to say about Sportsball. Plus, I read the comments, and apparently it's actually really good. So I'm excited to actually watch this. My opinions on sports ball is that it's lame. Let me actually okay, I shouldn't say it's lame. So because my thing is going back to the whole okay, men should just have things that men enjoy. I'm actually okay with the sports ball. If guys like their football, or their basketball, or their NASCAR, whatever the case that they enjoy to watch in their entertainment, then fine, they can have that because everyone has their own interests and their hobbies. That is okay. That is normal. Even if I personally don't find it interesting, everybody has their own little hobbies that they enjoy. And sports ball is generally more of a masculine trait, so I just accept it as what it is. It's not something I'm interested in once again, but it is what it is. And not to mention, too, there is a certain problem of elitism with sports ball fans that I've noticed, where they think they're superior for liking their slop on TV than the people who enjoy slop on their computers, like video games or YouTube or different things like that. When in reality, it's all the same slop. It's all the way you pass the time by watching or engaging with something else. Like you are a consumer. You're consuming the sloppa, and whether that be the sports ball or the most recent video game that's been released, you are still
Is it the
consuming. You
Jews?
are a
Is
consumer.
it the Jews?
And it's
I'm
just
assuming
whatever
it's always the
slappa that you
Jews.
enjoy for yourself. And that's fine. Long as you're not completely being a goy slave. Which at this point, I would probably say most post-bar enjoyers are unfortunately becoming goy slaves because of the enwalfication of it, as well as how political it has become. And that is a problem because sports ball was a huge part of American culture. And it has been affected, just like a lot of things. So it's a bit of a more complex issue than just simply singing, "Oh, you're retarded for liking that." So, or watch the ultimate slappa Amalgamyte stream. Exactly, exactly. VTubers are also slappa. You know, it is what do you like. So, a lot of boomers and sports ball fans, yes, because you have to think about it this way when it comes to boomers. They didn't have video games growing up. They didn't have YouTube and Netflix and different things like that. They basically have whatever was on TV, and sports is a good way to be tribalistic because everybody is tribal, whether people want to admit it or not. So you always support your team, or that be like the Cubs or the Dolphins. What other? I don't know the sports ball teams off the top of my head. I don't know, man. Like, everybody has the team that they support and loyal to, go to the games, willing to spend merch for, blah 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 blah. Then they get into fights in the stadiums and things like that. Everybody, it's a very normie and easy case to prove how tribalistic people are. You can just simply just look at the sports ball, and it was their entertainment for when they were kids, as a way for them to be tribalistic and have their own factions, and be able to enjoy something as well that was on the TV. And that's is what it is. Now as technology has gone on, obviously we have more forms of entertainment that in my opinion are superior, but you know what, that's me because I wasn't raised on sports ball. My mentality was I'd rather play it than watch it. Personally find it boring. After because I played in a host of different sports when I was a kid: soccer, volleyball, basketball, softball, bowling, dancing. I did a host of different activities when I was a kid. And so when it came to actually watching people play, I was just like, well, I'd rather just be on the court myself. Not like I was really good, but I still rather just, instead of sitting there, I'd rather be engaging with it here, when it came down to it. But that was my mentality, myself. The Bears? Yeah, but it's a fake tribe? Yes, but it's a fake tribe, but it's still something that makes people tribalistic. I mean, you see this with, let's use the most recent example that you guys like to beat me with, Has Been Hotel. I like Has Been Hotel. Is it great? Not particularly, but I think is absolute shit. No, I do not. And it does have some enjoyable moments with it. most of you guys don't like Hazbin Hotel, and you like to tease me for it, and you know, and some of you might actually lose respect for me, which why would you have respect for me in the first place? Blah 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 blah. But we're already in two different camps right there. Me who likes Hazbin Hotel, and you who doesn't like Hazbin Hotel, and we have a disagreement with it. This is our tribe. This is where we stand. This is where we at. Having basically choosing a side for any different topic or issue makes you part of that tribe and makes you antagonistic to the other tribe that stands against it. That's just how people are. We self-segregate ourselves into different categories for different things, even as stupid and petty as they are. It's just simply how humans work. So it's just being able to recognize that, hey, maybe your sports ball isn't that great after all. And negative respect gained for Hazbin Hotel I gain. Shaking my head, I'm all. Floyd, get to reacting already. No, I must yap. I have a mouth and I must yap. Okay, fine. Fine, I will turn that off, turn that on. Okay, let's get to this slot.
From a deflated football that achieved orbit, timed by a referee who forgot which sport this was, this is the Sam Hyde Show. Tonight, we explore the biomechanics of rage, investigate the trillion-dollar conspiracy behind protein powder, and meet a man who was banned from Planet Fitness for trying to deadlift a vending machine. And now your host, rejected by the Olympic Committee and the Little League Hall of Fame, Sam Hyde.
Is this your towel? Did you bring this?
All at home, man. Never leave home without one.
I gotta start carrying a towel.
Me too. Veterans think alike. I get some looks, you know, when I'm going to the airport with my towel hanging in my back pocket, but yeah, fuck you.
Is this game going to be distracting, the one that you wanted to see very badly?
That's the game that John Rocker wants to watch while we shoot.
That's correct.
It's.
Now turn it idle distract, I'll just get fucking mad.
You better keep that on the screen, unless his team starts to lose.
No, they're already losing. They look like shit.
Turn it off immediately,
Okay.
Rivera. Now, before we introduce our guest, let's talk about our guest.
Okay, I still need to know the names for the guys on the side. I've watched almost every single one of these episodes, and I still don't remember what the guys on the side's names are.
He's known for boomer posting before it had a name, and he never stopped doing it. It should be noted that he got in trouble for an interview in Sports Illustrated in 1999, not Teen Vogue in 2017. This is an OG right here before you guys. The interview was hilarious and great, but he was just speaking the way normal guys used to speak back then. Every male friend who was worth his salt, every red-blooded American in 1999 said the shit that John Rocker was saying in his Sports Illustrated interview. He didn't realize he was dealing with a vicious nerd, and he became probably the first modern canceled athlete.
It doesn't include Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek,
He
who
might
was...
have been the forefather of that.
The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. But, you know, the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black coaches, don't you?
Oh, it's all right with me.
Okay, well,
I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
I remember my dad talking about Jimmy
Interesting. Here's where this is going to be going here.
the
Yeah,
Greek.
80s, he had some comparison of why black athletes were better than white athletes and back on the plane and all that.
That's
And
pretty
it was
funny.
a little, you could see like two co-hosts were kind of like slowly rolling themselves out of frame, just leaving Jimmy the Greek by himself on the camera.
And John stuck up for his teammates, too. When a Venezuelan player got in trouble for saying John had his back. He said, this is a free country. If he wants to use a lewd term, he should be able to. Can't you use a lewd term in America if you want? This was after he was already feeling the heat, and he never cucked, and it cost him. He's basically a solid guy whose courage outweighed sacrificing his dignity, which he could have done. At the end of the day, MAGA boomer posters are not rare, but real n***s are. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me. Sirs.
John, I don't think our audience probably knows what sports even are. So we're going to have to look at some links here and familiarize our audience with sports in general. This is Sports Exhibit A.
It's a strange high five.
It's a high 3.
There's some folks in the parking lot doing the same gesture, but they're facing in opposite directions.
Can you play that one more time? I want to see what the name says on the chyron there.
You want to buy the jersey?
No, does it say Hernandez?
Kike Hernandez.
Wow.
what part of the southern hemisphere you're from as to how you pronounce that.
Pronounced like Nike, maybe?
Up here we pronounce it. Okay. This is what UK men are doing while being invaded.
Everything deserved at long last. Hallelujah. I can die a happy man.
Holy horseshit teeth.
Now, do they show the players? The players are stocky bred British white men like them.
With the exception of David Beckham, it's like everyone in Great Britain is just fucking dog ugly. But you can't bring him to Great Britain. David Beckham can't.
Apparently, it's Africans beating other Africans.
The teams were comprised of Africans playing another team of Africans?
That's what the write-up says.
Okay. That brings a tear to my eye.
Meanwhile, this is happening. Oh, from a suspended account. It was a...
Honestly, we have the same problem in America, okay? I will beat this fucking drum and this dead horse. I'll beat the drum with the dead horse at the same time when it comes to this. The whole entire Western world has the same problem when it comes to blackification and immigration with these different things. You can look at the UK and say that they're worse off because of how small they are, so therefore it's more apparent. But the same thing's happening here in the US. And the fact that pretty much all their teams have been completely taken over by Africans, so they just keep on importing them in, is actually a huge problem. And it doesn't have to be this way. It's gotten so bad that native Brits will be more than happy to say that they're just as British as they are, just because of the fact that they play the sportsball, even though they literally were imported from Africa. Kind of like a slave, but with significantly better pay. Yeah, kind of a problem. But we do the same thing here in America. It's just a lot more apparent there in the UK, and it's quite disgusting. But it's been forced upon us. Pro sports are so ridiculous. I disagree with that take. I mean, it's no different than the rest of entertainment. It's like musicians, and actors, and, well, YouTubers, and different things like that. These are people who are getting paid for being entertainment, because it is taking time out of their day to do whatever they're doing. Though, in the case of a YouTuber, it's usually, it's a regular person just using their own time, and then eventually they get to that point. But, I mean, it's kind of the same way, I guess, with actors and musicians. They took the time to practice, they did a whole bunch of little small gigs, and worked their way up to becoming where they are. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because entertainment is essential. I mean, there is a problem when it comes to bread and circus. If you get too distracted with the entertainment pay attention to the problems that directly affect you firsthand, and obviously that's not good. But people need entertainment to survive, no matter the day and the age. You need something that people can just come home after a long day of work, sit down, crack open a beer, lay in bed, and just chill and just turn their brains off of. But in order for that to happen, people need to create the entertainment in the first place. And using people's time isn't free. I'm not a communist. I don't think people should work for free when they're actually creating things for people to enjoy, even if it is bread and circus at the end of the day. So in this case, it's sports, and people find that entertaining. And I personally don't, and I don't fully understand it, but it's actually a huge part of American culture, and it's a huge part of Western culture. Actually, technically, the whole entire world has some sort of sports or some sort of physical activity that certain people do, and the rest of the people stand around in a circle and gather and watch. It's just one of the things that humans just enjoy by themselves. There's some sort of psychology behind it that I'm sure if I were to give me a couple more minutes of yapping, I could probably pull up my armchair psychology and figure it out. I'm not going to bother with that right now. And so I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's all rigged now. I used to love sports, but not far off from pro wrestling now. Yeah, but my understanding of pro wrestling is that a lot of people are aware that it's all fake and gay, but they are able to twist it in a way that it's still entertaining, regardless if it's fake or gay now. People need time to de-stress, otherwise they crack. Exactly. Humans aren't made to just work all the time. No rest, no recovery. You get up, you wage slave, you die. You need something to make your life slightly better.
Gang of he's committing rapes.
The Twitter account posting the he's committing was suspended between
Yeah,
the time
I
that you prepared the
understand
document and now?
There's sports
He is censoring himself so much, and it's covering up the first letter of the word, and so I'm having a hard time understanding what he's actually saying.
team won, so I think that's like we were
that's
saying
true.
before.
It's a celebration.
If you lose, you're the one who gets gang.
You
Right?
could whisper.
Okay,
If you
that was
win-
gang rapes.
You're the one doing the gang.
Fuck are we talking about?
That's how it works in England.
Sports by ancient rules. We're talking about the invasion of the UK
This is
by...
where Greco-Roman wrestling came from.
Possibly,
its
yeah.
foundation. Okay. I'm lost.
The point is that the UK is being invaded by brown people who are like raping, is it hundreds of thousands of?
It's a lot. It's staggering numbers, and the worst part is that the government's covering it up and also prosecuting people that are talking about it. And so there's a big deal.
How desperate do you have to be for sex to a British woman? Come on, guy, work. Let's go. Niagara in the fucking world. Couldn't help that one out. There's some ugly broads over there. Jesus.
No, I mean,
Posh
that's...
Spice. I'll get Posh Spice. Again, her and Beckham, that's it.
The Spice Girls was...
I mean,
Posh
that's...
Spice. I'll get the Posh Spice.
Rapeability factor 8 out of 10. Holy shit. Damn, bro. Okay, he wouldn't even. I know. Oh, apparently all British women look like Jess Phillips. He wouldn't even rape them. Goddamn.
Again, her and Beckham, that's it.
The Spice Girls was comprised of all of the attractive women in England.
Yeah.
It was.
That's it. They single them out, and then fucking Susan Boyle's fucking scared them all away.
Oh, wow. That's a great callback. She could sing, though.
You said that last play when he took the shot? Yeah, we loaded up. No homo. That's what we wanted. Put the hand up and then just live with the...
She said no homo.
What's wrong with that? You got to say no homo if you're loading up.
Yeah, otherwise people would think, terrible things.
Announcer says bad words.
Fans take home a Cardinals cap featuring the Disability Pride flag and Cardinals in Braille. Details at...
Todd, what do you have to the broadcast?
There hasn't been much excuse to be a sports bro since the late 20-teens when the kneeling began. You remember the kneeling? I do.
Oh, God.
Watched it happen.
Ugh.
My relatives kneel in front of a television screen to show their support. The
Holy
NFL
shit.
instantly took the side of the people pissing on your country, and if you were dense enough to stick around through that, they made it much clearer. They drove the point home with the legendary Beyonce's Black Panther BLM halftime show. Teams used to be made up of guys from where the team is. Their win meant something. They were your boys, the city. Remember back in the day that they were pretty racist, to be fair, in the 1800s.
Base.
The Albany, New York head splitters.
Base.
Classic.
Is that a real thing? You're just making that up.
It's a real thing.
Okay.
I'm a historic guy.
I think you're a funny kind of satirical guy, so I think you're like kind of talking shit here or not.
No. They had you remember the Negro leagues, right? Yeah. People don't publicize this, but the anti-Negro leagues.
Yeah, who do you think the leagues were battling in these
Yeah,
sports?
exactly.
I mean, they're just
They got
battling
pretty
themselves.
heated back then.
Whoever wins this game, guess what will happen to the loser?
Slavery.
Base.
Can Trump sign an executive order banning the sale and trade of Puerto Ricans and make baseball local again?
How you doing, sir? Do you know I pulled you over?
Officer, I'm sorry, man. I'm having a really rough day. I'm just having a rough day right now, officer. I gotta go. Back up! Back the fuck up!
Sir,
Yes! Hey! I gotta go.
Armored Republic makes proven, life-saving body armor for free men. Ew. They broke the old government-only market by ordering effective, affordable plates and now sell full kits, vest, armor, and pouches so you can start your preparedness journey in one order. Now we're introducing the Sam Hyde kit. That's their strongest armor, their most popular vest, rifle, and pistol mag pouches. Oh, this guy's cool and badass. I'm ready to go do something.
Allahu Akbar!
Oh, yes! Dun 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 dun. We have to save the president. Dun 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 dun
Watch out! Look out!
Wait, we have a present for you.
Oh, you need to wear that in Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn.
What's the back say?
It doesn't really matter what the back says. It's you can show the camera if you like.
John's a big George Floyd guy. Are you a big George Floyd fan?
Use it as a towel.
It's your new towel.
Not as big as George was.
John, I like the. You at some point you wanted to be an English teacher.
I never said that.
Well, you had the Speak English campaign.
Yeah.
Can we look
I
up
did do that.
Speak English shirt and just show a graphic of it?
I sold a bunch of those things too. Actually, still selling them. Yeah, on my sites. Here's a good story. I was doing a signing in Dallas, Texas, about 3 or 4 years ago. I do a lot of these. I do probably 3 or 4 a year, and it's very common. They put a stack of jerseys in front of you this fucking big. And you sign the numbers. You sign the back of the jersey, you sign the numbers. They're usually Braves jerseys. They're usually, red, white, and blue. So these were fucking red and yellow. Well, that's kind of odd. And the jerseys you cheaply make. This is cheaply made. And so you could see through to the other side. And there was some writing on their side that clearly wasn't Braves. It was too many letters for fucking Braves. So I signed about 10 of them. I flipped out, what the fuck is this? Grand Wizard is what it said. Lost my holy fucking shit. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Magician?
Any of you guys know this? Grand Wizard?
Yeah.
The head of the clan is called the Grand Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a KKK thing they were.
Yes, and I'm good friends. I have been friends with Andre Reed for many years. Andre was doing the signing with me.
Who's Andre?
Andre Reed, Hall of Famer for Bills, wide receiver.
Sports guy.
Yeah, black fella. Actually, he's mixed, but anyway.
Still counts.
Yo, Dre.
Yeah, still counts.
What do you think about this shit right here? Woo, black man mad. Fucking pissed. I flipped the fucking table over and went after the promoter. I'm like, how much you pay my money right now and take my fucking fast to the airport? Man, what a piece of shit, man.
What'd you do with those 10 jerseys that were signed?
I threw them in the dumpster. Yeah, but actually, I ended up seeing one online for sale probably like a year later. I mean, I should have pissed on him and then thrown him in the fucking dumpster.
You should have bought it and then got the guy's address and then stalked him.
Baseballs through his window.
That's right.
Were you a bully in high school?
I think like in elementary school, yeah, I was.
Elementary school?
Yeah. I wanted everybody in elementary to race me.
To race you?
Hey, you want to race? You want to race?
That's not bullying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But
What did you do to them when they lost?
That's just winning you, and let's race me in front of all these people so you get humiliated because I know I'm going to beat you anyway.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, so.
You wanted to see the humiliation.
It was kind of like subliminal bullying.
High IQ bullying. Yeah. Get them while they're young.
Subtle. Don't fuck with me.
And nobody fucked with you on the yard. Where'd you grow up?
Macon, Georgia.
Okay, so not Boston.
Nah, not Boston.
Okay. That's where the yard would apply. I'll see you back at the yard.
Yeah.
I did an open mic one time in Boston, and the guy didn't like the joke that I made, and so he said, "I'm gonna see you back at the yard," which is not a place; it's a park. There's like, what's the yard?
Right.
It was I think it was at a Chinese restaurant in a motel, like a Holiday Inn type place. There was not a yard attached to it.
How'd you get booked there?
Well, it was actually surprising. It was open.
Open mic. Well, yeah.
Any old guy could get in there.
Yeah.
You in Dangerfield.
Yeah, but he did not. There was no yard.
Was that the Boyston one?
It was Boyston, yeah. I told a story about how when I was a kid, I got snake poison bite on my dick, and my dad had to suck it out.
Okay.
And it goes to every one of my stand-up shows to this day. Here he is, the little kid dick sucker. And he didn't like that. It was an old guy. He didn't like it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Can we talk about steroids?
Okay, first off, though, can somebody please explain the makeup? I know I could have asked this earlier, but somebody who's a Sportsball fan, because surely one of you guys is a Sportsball fan. Is this a like the socks or something like that? I recognize that logo. Wait, isn't that the same logo that the guy who was told by JD Vance to go get the girl was wearing? I don't know this type of stuff. You know, some gang fight movies from the late 70s. What? Reverse blackface? What makeup? It's just his white face. Oh. Based. Amal, were you a bully in high school? Yes. I was more of a bully in middle school, but I was a little bit of a bully in high school too. Excuse me, in high school I just made fun of every single person in my class because I hated them because they bullied me when I was younger. And and as I got older, I just took out my revenge on them. And I was the certified edgelord dickmaster. And then in high school, I calmed down a little bit because I didn't know those people. However, I did occasionally bully the twinks. There were a lot of guys, unfortunately, who have that like twink build because they weren't working out. They were really skinny, really scrawny, very emotional, and very just weak. And I always felt like I had bigger balls than they did, and so I would just bully them because I basically was trying to turn them into a man. Now, fun fact, that's not exactly the best way to make that happen, especially for sensitive young men out there. who have this problem, and probably being bullied by a girl is not the best way to raise a man's self-esteem. But I did that on occasion, and by occasion I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. There's quite a few guys that I would do that to. Yeah. Damn, how many twinks are there? There's a lot. Like, okay, like there is an actual huge problem with Gen Z and younger guys just being frail as fuck, having very low T. This has been studied that there are guys, most guys out there have lower T levels or as low T levels as old men because of the turning the freaking frogs gay, microplastics, the chemicals just in the foods and everything like that, lack of exercise, etc., etc. Like, there's a huge actual problem with the feminization of men, having low testosterone, being more emotional, and just being frail. And there are ways to fix it. It's not easy, but there's ways to fix it. And with each generation, it seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. I noticed it in a younger Gen Z. I remember, like, going into high school, when I got into my sophomore year, watching the new freshmen, and there was a noticeable difference between the guys in my class and how masculine they looked versus the guys in the younger class. There were so many of them that were just frail, like that literally looked like they were 12 years old or younger. Some of them were tall, but it wasn't even baby face. Some of them did actually have chins. Like Dean Withers, for example. You know that guy who just came out as bisexual, which basically means he's gay? Or like Harry Sisson? Imagine that type of framework, how flamboyantly faggotry that they have right going on with him. Imagine that, but that's like most of the guys. And then as I got older, and like when I started working at Walmart, like I noticed that with even younger guys, because there was a lot of high schoolers that started working at Walmart while I was an adult. And it's a very noticeable thing that's happening to men, younger men, in real time. And it's, once again, for a variety of different issues that's causing this, but it happens all the time, and it needs to be addressed. Granted, when I was bullying the twinks, I didn't really know this was happening. Like, I noticed it, and I thought it was weird, and I remember, like, the Try Guys having, like, lower T levels than old men, because that whole controversy came out back in, like, what, 2017, 2018? Those homosexuals there having that problem. And so that's what kind of made me, and then obviously the whole meme of like the turning the freaking frogs gay also was around that time period. And so like that kind of what made me realize what is happening. And as I got older, and as I'm observing the younger generations, the more noticeable as it is. There is an actual serious problem that's happening to young boys and young men, and it needs to be addressed. I don't know how, because it's a multifaceted issue, but it does need to be addressed. And, well, bullying is not exactly the answer in this case. But hey, I don't like weak men. I don't like femboys. I don't like twinks. I know I'm more of a tomboy, for better or for worse, but I do not want to be the pants in the relationship. I do not want to be wearing the balls. I should not be tougher than you are as a woman. I don't mean physically tougher. I mean like emotionally and mentally stronger. That's a problem. And so then I would bully them for it. So, get your kids outside and sheltering them. That's one of them. Yes, that's one of the many ways to hopefully try to take care of it.
Damn. Yo.
Wow.
Can we talk about steroids?
Sure, I know a lot about it.
What do you do and what have you done?
Well, now I'm just taking testosterone now, just a little TRT. I tell me I used to take steroids to play better. Just to get a boner now, that's why I take them.
You used to what?
So I can play better. I take them now just so I can get a fucking boner.
Okay.
Yeah, there's different reasons, you know.
Yeah.
Life changes, necessity changes, so yeah. Let's take a shot in the ashes of my dick and get hard. How old are you, Sam?
What's that?
How old are you?
I'm
If you're
yeah.
go fuck
How
yourself.
old do I look like? 50?
No.
Do I look old?
I'm 51 here in a week, so fuck you and your
but how old do I look? You say you just
I would say, you know, you don't have too much gray hair yet.
What else have you done? I did DECA. That's the only thing I've done that's not TRT.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Winstrol back in the day.
What is Winstrol? Winstrol, anabolic steroids. This is another steroid, similar to testosterone, used in the treatment of hereditary angioedema, which causes episodes of swelling of the face, extremities, genitals, bowel, wall, and throat. I know his episodes of swelling, but his face is kind of bloated, so I wonder if that's permanent for how long that he took it. Winstrol may decrease in the frequency and severity of these attacks. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I misread that. Okay, so never mind. The drug brand name Winstrol is no longer available in the US. Generic versions may still be available. Okay, I completely misread that. So hereditary angioedema is what causes the episode of swelling of the face. Blah, 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 blah. And that the steroid is supposed to help treat that. That makes sense. That's my apologies, chat, for being a little extra retarded there. Interesting, though.
What's that, dude?
Get you, it's a water base, get you real lean.
Yeah.
Also make you fucking cramp the fuck up, too.
Does it make you crazy?
I'm on your show, so clearly, yes, it does.
Trend's the one that makes you like fucking hit women and shit, right?
They all just make you fucking mad.
I think women make you hit women.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah.
Based!
If I'm the problem, then you might be the fucking reason. Says Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
That's a good pull.
Who's that?
He said a cool word.
And let's talk about the attribute of steroids that no one, maybe honestly outside of me, has seen has saw the benefit to.
Then it makes your dick look bigger because your balls get smaller?
If you trim the pubes down, now you're really working with
now
something.
You got a pipe.
Right. No, is the fact that while you're on steroids, you are a sterile person. You're like a fucking mule. I've never been married. I have no kids. I'm almost 51 years old. And thank goodness, because I'm not paying alimony to 3 different ex-wives and taking care of 6 or 7 bastard kids and firing child support all over the country like a lot of guys I play with are doing. Thank you, Winstrol. Thank you, Sussanon 250. Or yes, I would have some bastard kids that some other guy would be raising right now, and I'd be probably $500,000 light in my pocket from taking care of them.
If only Genghis Khan did that back in the day.
The Mongolians would have used glandular extract from a hawk, which makes you more fertile.
Does it?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Or something out of like a yak's testicles.
Yeah, you take that, you'd be paying alimony to 3 different.
3?
So half Puerto Rican, half Asian. Which Asian?
Guess. I'll give you the side profile too.
Chinese.
No.
Damn.
How dare you?
Japanese, dirty knees, look at these.
This is how you
was
ask.
one of those.
This is how you ask an Asian what Asian they are. You start with the top, Japanese, and then so you don't offend them.
Korean.
And then if a Chinese person you think I'm Japanese,
they're honored.
It's a very honor.
No, they don't say. They go.
They outlived 2 nukes.
That's me crawling toilet now.
I couldn't know that because I dated a Korean woman for about 3 years, and she gave me the whole rundown of the hierarchy of the Asian.
They're very racist against one another.
Does she put Koreans at the top?
She said it was a tie between Japanese and Korean.
That little bias there.
Okay, that makes sense.
But she did have Chinese as like
Everybody does.
But then like Laotians, and we're like
Bottom of the iceberg.
Yeah, I've been in my own race of people.
That's awesome.
Did you?
They're called whatevers.
Yeah.
So.
I'm in the whatever category.
I learned a long time ago in baseball.
Oh my fucking god, this guy's great. This guy's fucking amazing. And I like how I also have the correct hierarchy of Asians. See, this is why I keep on saying, chat, that when you say you like Asians, you basically only mean Japanese and Koreans. Japanese are obviously top, but then and the Koreans, specifically South Koreans, are second. The rest are absolutely abysmal, because you got the Chinese who are basically the Jews of Asia. Of like the Asians. Indians aren't actually Asians. They're their own fucking population there. The stain on the world. But they're still pretty smart, which I'll give them that. So that's why they're in 3rd place, even though they're abysmal. Then the rest of them are just too brown. Like if you look at the rest of Asia, it's just way too brown. Like they're basically their own little group there. I mean, you might be able to throw the Vietnamese in there, but they're also a little bit too on the swarthy side of things. Like, that's so when people say they like Asians, they basically just mean one of these 3 groups. And the rest are just down the gutter. Technically, I guess Russia too? No, not Russia. No. I mean, I guess it depends on what area of Russia you might claim, because it is a very big country. I mean, if you go down south to close to the border where all the stands are at, then you're gonna get a bunch of Muslims, and that's a whole different story right there. But I wouldn't consider the general idea of what a Russian is to be Asian. I consider them European.
Well, specifically because Latins have the same thing. Latins have a hierarchy of...
Right. Puerto Rican on top.
Whites used to.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans, top, and Venezuelans, Mexicans, they kind of fist fight on who's number 2. I learned a long time ago, if you call one way to really piss a Latin off, they call a Puerto Rican a Dominican.
Oh, yeah.
I want to fight your ass fucking right now. So... If you go up to a Latin person and say, "Oh, well, what part of Mexico are you from?" I am from El Salvador. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Your country doesn't count. Whatever.
Base.
If you're Latin, you're either Puerto Rican, Mexican, Dominican, Venezuelan. That's it.
That's
You
true.
try to like bow up. I am from Guatemala.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
You know me.
Absolutely fucking Zace right there. I don't fucking care what country you're coming from. If you're not white or whatever, you're brown, opinion disregarded.
Obsessed with guns, right? It's all I can think about. I usually just leave them lying around the house, sitting around, full of bullets, with the safeties off, for anybody to just come in and pick up. Not very smart, is it? That's why I just picked up a Stopbox Pro. Legally, I can't tell you that it's a gun safe or that it's impenetrable. I will say it's definitely a box. Made in the USA. That actually means
Wait, legally he can't actually do that?
I'm gonna be more respectful of their product. Okay? I'll put something dangerous in there. Beep. Lock.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Perfect. No one's getting at my scissors now. Is that one of our hoodies? Is it good? Is the print good? I gotta check this hoodie out. We'll be back to tell you more about the Stopbox after these words from our sponsors.
Guys, I am proud to unveil a product that
this one again.
I designed completely. This is the only red light unit that runs at the specifications I designed. There are special wavelengths in here that really fuck you shit up.
I'm actually kind of curious because one thing I always say when I react to the Sam Hyde videos is how much he just makes fun of. And just has the fucking time of his life doing these stupid fucking ads with these things. And obviously these brands gotta know that he's doing this, right? Like, they gotta actually, like, approve this skit or whatever the case is happening there. They have to know this is what he does. And so they have to be okay with it. So I'm actually curious how many sales they actually get from him promoting these products. Because he does it in a way that's actually fun and engaging, that actually kind of makes you want to buy these products after all. But obviously it's still an ad, right? It's still, you know you're being shilled at after all. It's not, when I know I'm being shilled at, I actually am less likely to buy it, regardless of how funny the skit is. Because I'm just like, okay, I'm not, I know you want me to buy product, and therefore fuck you. But at the same time, I'm very curious how much they actually get off sales. And with all the infrared talk, because I've known about infrared things, for years now, thanks to my sister, and even have like an infrared heating pad myself. I'm like half tempted to actually check this out now. I know I'm being chilled. This is the second time he's making an ad for this thing. I know infrared's actually healthy for you. So like, I kind of like, well, might as well actually check this out. I mean, Alex Jones shills his powder, so, well, that's different. That's his powder, and it's Alex Jones, and blah, 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 blah. I appreciate the skits, but I'll never buy anything from an advertisement. See, that's what, like, my normal mentality actually is with it. But speaking of skits and never buy from an advertisement, you should actually buy from the dragonsTreasure.com. Link in the description below. You gotta copy paste it though, because YouTube is gay. Or about page on Kick with code Amalgamyte, 10% off for your tea, soap, and coffee needs to help support your local retarded woman that reacts to Sam Hyde that you all know and don't love because that's gay. So don't be homo, but do buy the Dragon's Treasure stuff. It's good products. I drank all my Secrets of the Songstress tea when I was sick, and I need actually more of it. Because it's good and it helps with your throats, especially when you're sick, you poo, and it's sick seeking after all. So if you want to suck more dick, get that tea. Check out the other teas too. Go get the coffee. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, no homo.
Real bad. TakeRedLife.com. Use code HIDE25 or HIDE30 if you're getting a bundle, and find out what all the fuss is about. This is gonna destroy.
Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews? I'm assuming it's always the Jews.
Kinky.
I hope it's not hurting my eyes. The official Stopbox ad read.
Man, this ad's actually pretty long.
Stopbox.com/Sam and pick up your Stopbox today.
I personally use these. Tanya Harding got a sports movie. Is the John Rocker story impossible to imagine as a major Hollywood release?
Well, maybe. I never thought about that. I hope it doesn't happen, because God knows they would not present me in a favorable light whatsoever. So it has been a quarter century, so let's just fucking let it go.
They might get a black guy to play you.
Right.
Now that I've asked you a question,
Probably.
John, do I mind that you ask me some questions? No, I don't.
Being hospitable here on his own track.
Sure.
Let's see if the first question here, I already know the answer to that one. Ooh, I'm not asking that. Who wrote these? Wow.
Well, you're not supposed to read them. You got to kind of do it.
This one here, about your ex-wife? No, that's just too much. And 8 sports teams, any sport.
Got it. Houston Oilers, Yankees, New York Yankees.
Okay, heard of those.
New York Mets, New York Giants.
Okay.
You just pointed to a Porsche hat.
He thinks he's
San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks, Buffalo Bills, the Chicago Cubs. Is that what they are?
There's still one now.
Chicago Black Sox. Is that Chicago?
No. White Sox.
Oh my god, I just realized. So I gotta frame by frame this. He has a Gulf of America hat on there on his head. Yeah, that's pretty based. I mean, I can already tell this guy's pretty based by all of his other comments he's been saying so far. But that's that. Well, I think that's kind of a non-issue. A part of the Trump administration, it's not really necessary to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. At the same time, just to wear a hat of that as a nice little fuck you, okay, that's actually pretty base.
No.
White Sox. Okay.
White Sox. And then the Oakland Raiders.
10.
Gotcha.
Got him.
You thought he was going to get me. You thought he was going to get me.
Raiders.
What is the gayest team in the MLB?
As far as like players on the team, or just it's going to be San Francisco for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just the city they reside in.
Is that the players on the team too?
I don't know any of the players.
You don't know the players. You just know they're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know that their fans are having gay sex in the stands during the 7th inning stretch.
Yep.
I do know that.
To encourage them.
No more take me out of the ball game. This is called take me up the ass at the ball game. This is what they do. Giant fans in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Take it up the ass at the ball game. It's 1, 2. I'm going to stop right there. Going for a while. What current Major League Baseball team was originally known as the Indians?
The Redskins? Indians.
Baseball.
Cleveland Indians? What were they known as originally? What are they known as now?
They were the Indians. What are they called now?
Fucking Cleveland Savages?
Something of the Galaxy. This is in
the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Blank of the Galaxy. This is right. There you go. This is right.
Is it the Cleveland Guardians?
Right in your wheelhouse, playing
Marvel.
Yes,
Playing Marvel as a kid.
in your mom's basement when you were 18 years old.
Wait, that would
skipping the homecoming dance that we didn't have.
That would be an awesome game franchise where it's Marvel characters playing sports. We're rich.
I think the Savannah Bananas would probably do that fucking next. That ridiculous fucking.
I don't understand that reference. But isn't Marvel's Rivals basically just the Marvel's characters playing sports? They're basically shooting each other. They're pretending to be a Chicago gang after all. So that's basically the same thing, right?
Just bullshit. The Savannah Bananas. Why is that so fucking popular? That's some dumbass shit, man.
It is dumb.
Some dumbass shit by some dumbass people.
John, who should Trump arrest next?
Took him long
enough. Fine. Come up with some bullshit.
That'd be a good one.
Let's stuff some coke in her purse.
Seriously, okay, so this is at this point, it's kind of like a non-issue. It's kind of a non-issue at this point because this is back from like 2016. But one of many promises that Trump has made and then is never delivered on is actually arresting Hillary. And there's a laundry list of different things you could arrest her for. We all know that emails aren't fake. They're definitely real. You can arrest Hillary for a multitude of different things. I know why he didn't, because going after her and how influential and powerful she is going to be borderline impossible, and the Democrats will cry about going after your political opposition. But I don't really care. She's corrupt as fuck. Massive cunt. Did a lot of illegal things. You go after her. I mean, they went after Trump for how many years? Like, how many federal charges did that guy have? Like, what was it, like 70 or something like that? I kind of lost count of how many federal charges they went for with Trump for. With it, they've been trying to get at him for like Russiagate and the Piss dossier and other scandals. Trying to he's been impeached twice and shit. They have thrown everything out the wall, hoping that it sticks at Trump for the past 8 years, and nothing's been able to actually properly stick because it's all retarded. Meanwhile, Hillary has actually a lot of valid things on her, you can actually arrest her. It's not that difficult. Oh, I mean, I should say it's not that difficult, but like it's possible. Like you could probably actually knock her down. Granted, she's irrelevant at this point. It has been 8 years since she got absolutely BTFO'd in 2016. But like still, you can go after her and at least maybe do some damage to the Democrats because the Clintons do have so much influence over the Democrat Party still to this day. But once again, that's never going to happen. Nothing that the right needs to do. The GOP, the Republicans, nothing that they actually need to do, like arrest Antifa and go after them, or go after the people who were celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination, or just doing literally anything. They don't do anything. They sit there and they gloat. They make memes and they make fun of the fact that the Department of Homeland Security is based in Israel. They make cool, Nightcore edits, and then they laugh and they move on. They don't actually do anything. Welcome to politics here. Nothing ever happens. Exactly.
Oh, like a low-level crime? Like arrested for like 30 days?
She's shoplifting.
A pipe with some residue on it.
John, ask me a question.
I've never
please.
seen anybody smoke a cigar and eat an apple at the same time.
Well, a tart green apple helps with vocal performance.
Who told you that? The guy that drinks piss.
Well, yeah.
Wait, so is this guy's actually a fan of Sam Hyde then? Because he's actually meshing extremely well with everyone. Because usually when Sam Hyde's been having guests on, in the very beginning, they just kind of sit there dazed and confused, looking at him like, what the fuck's going on? The fact that he actually watched the guy, the Indian, who advocated for piss, that's insane.
Yeah, that's some wives' tale shit right there. That is a wives' tale shit. I think fucking Ron Burgundy fucking came up with that one. That's a Ron Burgundy trick.
Skeleton took a shower.
I don't know who that is.
Human Torch
was denied a bank loan. Or Marvel. You have a favorite movie? A League of Their Own.
It's not a bad movie. Probably
never seen it. Never seen that either.
Bull Durham is
baseball movie. Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon.
So you're staying on theme of baseball here.
Fucking fantastic movie. Or a sleeper movie. I don't know why it didn't. It's not more popular. Is Walk Hard, Legend of Dewey Cox.
Never seen that.
Oh yeah, John C. Reilly is super good.
Stupid funny.
Does John prefer the quiet restraint of women's golf or the elegance of lesbians mauling each other in the WNBA? Which sport is more graceful?
All women's sports should be played at halftime of the men's sport.
That's really funny.
Base.
WNBA should play during the.
Also, Kitty, you're in front of my tracking. I don't mind you being in here with me, but I can't do my job if you're being cute on my desk. Can you be cute someplace else? Thank you, I appreciate it, Kitty. But seriously, women's sports is a joke. Like, I'm definitely glad they're segregated, because fuck, mixed sports is retarded. But man, all those women crying about needing higher pay raises that they don't make as much as men, blah 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 blah. Well, maybe it's just not as good as men, and nobody watches you. Nobody really enjoys watching women getting beat up and hurting themselves and different things like that, and acting like men. I know some chats are gonna be like, oh, but tomboys, yeah, but let's come on, man, come on. If you're actually gonna watch professional sport, would you rather watch people who are good at it or people who are half as good as it? Like, women's sports just aren't popular in general. Though I can see the appeal of a woman with tits, bouncing around and being sweaty. But that's the other thing about a lot of these girls that play sports, is that they're really skinny, which is good, but they have no tits because that's bad. Actually having tits is a detriment in these sports because it gets in the way. So then you just have girls that are just bored, they're tall and lanky, that hurt each other. They're basically just worse men. Maybe it's because I'm a man, but whoops, Freudian slip. Maybe because I'm not a man, but I don't see the attractiveness of that. It's not like Lesbian Lex, or, it's just two things that you like, making a sandwich with each other. Like, it's not that. It's just women being retarded, but hurting themselves. And they're not, like, some of them are attractive, but, yeah, they're not, I don't know. Volleyball, best women's sport. See, that makes sense because they have massive fucking thighs. Tits are still in the way, but they still have the thighs, like same with softball, etc. And it's not as violent. I'm also a man with a voice changer and a lisp. Actually correct. Tits can be bad, especially when they're not touching you. What do you mean? Tits are great. I believe enjoying flat titties is a Jewish psyop. I unironically believe that. Like obviously, like some flat is fine because some women just are hated by God and are unlucky and everything. But let's be honest here, chat. Would you rather have tits you can play with and actually are milkers for your children, or do you prefer boards? Okay, okay. Think of it logically. I remember last time I mentioned this, somebody in chat talked about how he thought he would actually enjoy small titties until he actually dated a woman with small titties and he realized how disappointed it was. I think it's one of those cases where it sounds fine, like, okay, yeah, tits are tits after all, until you actually deal with them. And then it's like, oh, well, I kind of actually want to, mess around with them. Like bags of sand. My only girlfriend was A-cup. I was disappointed. I mean, she's still a girlfriend, right? So, like, obviously, it's fine at the end of the day. She still has a vagina, but tits are better than no tits. Beggars can't be choosers, but tits are still better than no tits. Guys I think they're cool with flat chests until they try to sleep with a woman with a fat chest and they can't get it up like me. Maybe that was you. Maybe that was you who I remember that. If she got a cute face, I don't care, but I rather have big tits. See? Any size is good enough to me. Well, when you're in a desert and going through a drought, even a drop of water matters. I'm not a flat as justice guy. I'm more of a medium as premium. See, that's the correct route. I think medium is premium. At a certain point, too big is too big. There are guys out there that like these massive fucking helium balloons that I'm like, okay, listen, how is that attractive? I know it looks fine on an anime girl, but realistically, that doesn't look very attractive. They're really saggy, and most of the time those are on girls that either they're fake or they're fat. And no, most of the time it's the latter, like they're actually like obese, and it's just like, how can we strive for perfection here? I know we're not always going to hit perfection, but can we strive for the nice balance here?
Men's sport.
That's nice. Really funny. Great compromise.
NBA should play during the 8-minute halftime of the NBA.
That's so funny.
That's good, actually.
They'd get more viewers too.
They would.
Satire, people. Satire.
Not really.
What city outside of the major markets has the best hookers?
Never had a hooker. Most big league guys don't need one. That probably would be, it had to be New York.
What, best hookers?
Yeah, it had to be New York. They had fucking everything like that.
Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews? I'm assuming it's always the Jews.
Back in the day?
Yeah, I remember that.
Your flip, there's ABC, NBC. Yeah. Oh, here's the public service announcement. This is the fucking Letitia there with, give me a call on this fucking 976 number.
They used to have TV ads for prostitutes in
and we'll
New
send
York.
a different girl to your fucking room that's much fatter than the one you're looking at on TV.
It was nuts.
And you will be disappointed. What sports have you played in your life?
Lacrosse, very briefly, soccer, and boxing and kung fu.
Oh.
Did
you make all the noises and shit?
And did I make the noises? Yeah.
Bruce Lee fan.
The kung fu guy that was my sensei, his ki, okay, you know what this is? Projection of the ki energy.
Okay.
He would go like this.
And he no longer speaks because he's fucking blew his vocal cords
Well, he
out.
doesn't speak English. And there were women at the gym who multiple times.
Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews?
Multiple times would ask him to stop. And I'll never forget John.
And he would slap fight them.
Well, he one of them actually.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know the details. I never looked into it, but he said something to me that I took with me throughout my entire athletic career. That maybe you might have heard something similar in baseball. You know what he said to me? He's Dominican, and he said, "Hey, do the SSI."
Fuck's that? Should I know what that is?
I did kung fu for maybe 3
And you said your guy was Dominican?
years. Dominican.
Dominican Asian?
No,
Just
straight Dominican.
Color of that fucking chair, Dominican.
Like navy blue leather.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's where you get the Africans.
Yeah, Dominicans are generally very dark people.
African, straight out of Congo's navy blue skin. Dominican. So he was like color of Ryan's shoe.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was close.
Umber.
Color.
It was a burnt umber. But he said to me, do the SSI. And I ruminated on this for 3-4 years maybe. It was like kung fu knowledge that I just, every day he would say this to me, and I never understood what it meant.
You couldn't Google it
until
back
the end. Do you want to know what he meant?
Yeah, of course.
He was trying to say, do the exercise. The fucking guy couldn't speak fucking English.
And here I have all these years just like transposing my R's and L's to make fun of Asians. I never came up with that one, though. Yeah. My favorite.
I mean, that is to be expected. Born Dominican, African descent, yeah, probably not going to be able to speak English.
Thai place at the beach is called Thai Elephant. It's called Thai Elephant. I like to get my
you know how hard it is?
At Thai.
How hard it was for me to say Creedence Clearwater Revival? It's tough.
What is that? I don't get that. What is the R's and L's, man?
I don't know. I asked my dad once.
I've been called Mr. Locker. I can't tell you how many times.
Mr. Locker.
Yeah.
Yo, really cool.
I've been in Korea over 3 years, and her parents were fresh off the fucking boat, Korea.
Wow.
And yeah, Mr. Locker.
I think it's the shape of the tongue, but then again, if they can do both sounds just opposite.
Yeah, why do you transpose the letters when you see them?
Mexicans have a similar thing too. B's become V's, or V's become B's.
Well, that's how you learn Spanish, though. It is. I mean, that's how they pronounce it, yeah. And why can't black people have possessives about anything? It's not theirs, they can't add an apostrophe S to shit. It's not Sam's cigar. That's Sam's cigar.
That's Sam's cigar, yeah.
You can't add an apostrophe S to anything.
I like that. I think it gives some brevity to it, and it makes it feel like it's like a brand, like Sam's cigar.
Sam's cigar.
Yeah,
that's Sam's cigar.
That's Sam's cigar.
You're that Sam's cigar.
You don't play with his cigar. You say he cigar.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
There's no possessive in that dialect there.
Have you ever been moved to?
They can't understand owning anything because it doesn't last longer than 15 seconds to survive to actually be owned by anyone.
Tears by a piece of music?
Of course. Center Field, John Fogerty, to this day.
Center Field?
Yeah, the song Center Field by John Fogerty.
Can we hear that?
Fire it up.
Is it the lyrics or the melody that gets you? Or both?
No, it's just the lyrics.
Does it go start with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Stinker Field. It's in Orlando. I played there too.
Those are some really light-looking Puerto Rican and Dominican people.
These are the Scottsdale Slave Whippers.
Base.
10.
One was loaded up.
And they were good.
Stadium. You're from this country, right?
See, this is what I mean. So this is supposed to be like a light and chill, fun, Sam Hyde episode and stuff like this. But if you actually watch this old videos of these sports and how white they are, and they were just as good, and were really good at both being at the sport, entertainment, etc., etc. Actual true Americans in it. And then you look at the modern day and how black it has become, and it's just like real-time degradation within a person's generation, right? Within my dad's lifetime, of a classic American culture, all for brownoids to just, I wouldn't say filter in. They're just being completely loaded in there, just shoved down our goddamn throats. And I do think one of the main reasons why Sportsball has gone down the drain by entertainment standards is because of Black Lives Matter in particular, and all the politicizing of it, and by forcing it just to be black. All the halftime shows are just black. All the players are black. Black Lives Matter, all the way down. The constant kneeling, the ebonics, everything about it is just black, 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 black. It takes basically Carnival cruise ship, and basically has done that with the sports. It turned into rap music. It just makes it black, and nobody actually enjoys black culture other than the blacks themselves, and look what they do with their spare time. Not exactly like they're productive members of the community, after all.
Sam, you didn't grow up like in like Tajikistan or anything?
I was playing 7-Up spots, whatever the 7-Up game was.
Wow. Oh, it's a little red domino guy?
That's what I was doing when I should have been at a baseball game. It's funny how little this does for me. You're a big baseball guy, I take
300 plus
it.
days a year for 20 years.
You're a baseball maniac.
Not since I retired. I don't really watch it very much anymore.
But as a kid and a teenager, it was like the world to you.
Yeah, and all that, yeah.
You were obsessed with it, and every day you were doing something baseball related.
It did make my nipples stiff, yes.
Has the game changed or have you changed?
Both.
When you were like 13, every day you were doing something to get towards the goal of being...
Yeah, I got a hair at my ass about 13, 14.
What drove you to do that?
I don't know. Just some I love the game, really wanted to play. When obviously, I don't think everybody says they want to succeed at something and get to like the D level. You want to go after something. You never started your show and like, well, I hope I get where I can make $1,000 a month off my show.
No, I did.
You want to be the fucking best, right?
Nope.
Well,
I want $1,000.
$1,000 a month.
I want to be an F1 driver.
I think Type A's though just approach the world differently. Okay. If you're a Type A, you don't ever want to achieve anything and just achieve it.
We're getting into Type A and Type B personalities here, chat. Armchair psychologist activated.
Like the bear level.
Sure.
You wanna fucking fuck go to the moon. I want to go to fucking Mars. Let's go. Success to me wasn't playing like D2 ball. Success was, to me, was with those fucking guys on TV. I say that's where I want to fucking be. It's a crazy wild hair. It is. But I think a crazy dream comes along with crazy intent. Like you want something that big, you gotta go get it. You know, can't half-ass it.
I agree.
Every fucking day, read a book, watch a game, work out, play something every day. Build your mind, build your body.
What
I do think that is more of a male drive in general. Not saying women aren't motivated, but I do think that that determination to be something great is something more white male attuned, specifically. To have a big goal and do everything you can possible to make that happen. Now, of course, not all men, and and some women too, but it definitely seems more like a more masculine trait to just try to be something and successful in life, no matter how far away that dream is. Unfortunately, in the modern age, it seems almost impossible to make that happen thanks to a multitude of issues like immigration and technology and just the degradation of society in general. But that desire, those aspirations, is definitely something more male and even more specifically white male coded to have a goal and chase it and do everything possible to just make it happen. But maybe I'm a little bit deluded because of the fact that me personally, I don't actually have a ton of motivation in life. I'm actually pretty lazy, all things considered. And I find it quite desirable and attractive when a man does have those big goals and dedicates himself to that. But then again, I feel like most women are like that too. So it's that's where I get this kind of like position for it. But that's my armchair psychology again. He is the one that brought up type A and type B personalities. What can I say? We're playing on hard mode for sure. Still can't give up. Exactly. And no matter how bad it gets, you just can't give up, or else it's over. My goal is to raise an army and conquer land. Well, okay, that might be a bit fantastical, but hey, a good way to start raising an army is having kids. It basically makes your own little personal army. Cultural gynocentrism ruined women, especially Western women. Did you know early American women wrote thousands of letters to Congress begging them not to listen to the women's suffrage movement to chase away the suffragettes? Oh yeah, I knew the vast majority of women didn't actually like feminism or support it at all. It was a actual Jewish psyop that was heavily promoted, just like the civil rights movement in general, and the vast majority of women were not fans of it. But it happened anyway because, well, it benefits people in high places to double the workforce in size so you can depress wages and also and increase your industry when you have more workers. I'm always lying in bed and waiting for daddy to come home. Her daily goal will be dinner on the table without blowing up the house. Well, okay, listen, it's not that bad. My daily goal will just have dinner on the table. In general, I can cook without blowing up the house. 100% dated a woman who couldn't comprehend that I got a house whilst I was single because I set the goal of getting my own place that I own at a certain age. Jesus Christ, that's actually kind of sad. I definitely think motivation's more of a and determination's more of a male thing, but I can understand that at least. Women follow men. What happens when most of the men are gay, cringe, soy men? Oh, that's a bad situation. Weak men create hard times after all. But it is important to mention, as much as I like to talk about the feminization of men, and how pathetic a lot of society has become, it's not simply women's faults. And it's not exactly the men's fault either. It's powers beyond our comprehension.
Of the sports fan or type of sports fan do you think is not your type of guy?
The fans.
The fans.
Yeah, the
like
fans.
As a whole.
Spoiler alert, I'm a little extreme. Some of my thoughts and feelings and opinions. You know how nice it would have been to play in the COVID year? Not a goddamn fan in the stands. No, can a ball? No, fuck you. No, you're a piece of shit. No, I fucked your mother. No, you're dead. None of that shit. When I say I can't stand the Yankees, it's the Yankees fans I can't stand. It's not the players of the Yankees. We're fucking big league alumni. We're big league fucking brothers, you know? And I remember the year after, fans are back, and of course Freddie Freeman, he's the fucking, you know, Opie Taylor of fucking the big leagues. He's just just fucking a hell of a player, but he's just straight-laced. You know, he's like this generation's Dale Murphy. He's just like so perfect and pristine and all that. He's like, it's so nice having bullshit. Get in the click. What do you really think about the fans? You know,
he's just like pleasantly
we
adoring
love
the fans,
which is why a lot of guys, as soon as BP's done, go sprinting right by them to the fucking clubhouse. Because, yeah, like every time I was in Atlanta, We were told, we went to Shea and Yankee, don't bring your fucking family. Like, they will get beer poured on them from the fucking upper tank. Like, do not bring your fucking family here. Accosted, harassed, shit thrown at them, spit on. Don't bring your family. I don't know what it's like now, but back then that was the deal. Both New York's, Boston, and Oakland. Oakland used to be a what?
I can probably see it still happening now. I'm not saying that I'm a sports ball fan myself, so I could be completely off the mark, but it seems like the only sports ball fans left are the boomers that were raised with sports ball as one of their only forms of entertainment. So if they're the ones that did it all the way back then, they're probably still the ones that do it back now, except for maybe they've gotten old and therefore chilled out, possibly. I know in the UK they still constantly have the fighting going on there, but that's within, the fans themselves, not harassing families. Plus, it's quite degenerate and I would say low class. It's quite abysmal to be acting that way. Maybe it's still around. That would make logical sense to me. At the same time, I also know Sportsball has lost a lot of its dedicated fans. It's actually kind of hard to tell. I'm curious.
You're fucking back in that goddamn town.
I wonder why.
I'm pitching in Yankee Stadium, runner on second. I get a step off, I got to check the runner. I see Andrew Jones, our center fielder, sprinting a beeline in from center field. The game, there's a hitter in the box. I'm getting ready to deliver a pitch. I'm like, the fuck? Step off, see Andrew, talk to the umpire. Everybody off the field. Get in the dugout. What the fuck's going on? They were throwing the bleacher creatures way out in fucking center field of Yankee Stadium. Were throwing board darts at Andrew Jones. Damn. From like 120 feet away. Darts, you play darts with? Fucking launching darts at our center fielder. Damn. From 100 feet away.
That's insane.
That's hit you for just wearing a different pair of clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I made that comment when I played like a trade of the Indians. And I got a standing ovation every single game I pitched for the Indians in it was Jacobs Field back then, which it was called now. In the offseason, I get traded to the Rangers. I come back in April. I left Cleveland in October. Come back April. What's that? 6 months later, booing me.
Yeah.
Like, you were 6 months ago, standing ovation. Like, wearing a different shirt. I didn't choose this. They traded me, dick.
You seen the fans who are snatching balls from kids?
I get where he's coming from, but it goes back to the whole tribalistic narrative but the tribalism that I was mentioning earlier when it comes to sports. Even though it's not his fault that he was traded off, they still see him as a traitor for going to a different team. And if he's really good, which I imagine he was in his prime, that puts the home team at a disadvantage because he's now on the opposite team. So it's one of those aspects that's very unfortunate, but goes back to the inherent tribalism that humans have. And Sportsball is the most modern day example of primitive tribalism they can find over the most benign things.
Right out of their hands.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
Karen,
Yeah, well,
just a ball, man. I played a funny joke years ago. I don't know what the deal is with a goddamn baseball. I mean, as soon as you step foot on a baseball field for batting practice, come out to play catch, certainly the game, in the bullpen in Atlanta, our bullpen was sunk, and it was fans on both sides, like stands on both sides. And man, if you bother to get out of your seat, if you just went to the cooler to get some water or something, it's just, can I have a ball? Can I have a ball? Can I have a ball? Can I have a What is it with you fucking balls and you motherfucking people? Goddamn, you gotta get anywhere without a ball. We've only got fucking about 10,000 and there's 3,000 you motherfuckers here. No, give them a goddamn ball.
Well, they should give you a ball. They should have one in your seat waiting for you, just so you don't have to ask.
So I got.
Can you sign these balls really fast?
I got some.
John, please, man, please.
Oh, man. I'm telling a story here. It's a good
John,
story.
will you sign the ball, please, man?
It's high school balls you guys got.
I gotta get that ball, bro.
I wonder if they knew this for this gag specifically just to piss him off, or if they actually were hoping they'll get it signed and it just so happens to be this late. That's insane.
So I thought it'd be a good joke to get 2 pieces of poster board and write free baseballs tomorrow and tape it to the fucking sidewall.
Wow. That's funny.
Free baseballs tomorrow. Free baseballs tomorrow. For a whole week.
That's
great,
awesome.
man.
That's so funny.
And then Bobby asked me to take it down.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mindset presents Get Rich Quick. All this could be yours. Give us a call on 434-2255-726. You could be making up to $4,917 per week. Now you can get your copy of Secrets of the Millionaire Mindset for just $19.99 for a limited time only.
Sam said sports horror stories, and this one really sucks. Went to high school with a individual, and one of the black kids we went to high school with threw his duffel bag in a used toilet full of shit. In response, the bullied kid, you know, him the N-word, as you do, and then
as you do,
beat the shit out of him. Don't play sports.
Or become a better fighter.
I don't think it's the sports in this case. What do I know? Not like I have a whole host of endless videos of N-was-do, or another story about another white woman getting stabbed multiple times by an N-wa that happened to have like 49 arrests already on him. You know, as N-was do.
Life's dangerous. What happened to Sam? He took up boxing and kung fu, judo, or whatever the hell you say.
You gotta remember, life, when you're not 6'4"?
5-ish.
6'5"? If you're a regular guy, life is different.
You're working with some pipes, though.
What's that?
You're filling that jacket out. You're working with some pipes. Yeah, you got some pipes on you.
Thanks, John Rocker. You're the man.
That guy gives some fucking mitts on you, some fucking mitts.
Hell yeah, John Rocker.
There you go.
So there I was, surrounded by the mafia. John fucking Rocker's telling me I got pipes. You think I'm gonna say no?
Hey, yeah, so I was in high school football and shit like that. You know, I played wrestling and football. The football locker room was the most degenerate fat shit I've ever seen in my entire life. They were running around whipping each other with towels completely naked, fucking try to shove their asses in each other's face and shit. It was seriously disgusting, man. It was like baby's first red pill, you know, being in 7th grade and seeing these fucking degenerate fat run around like that. It was like, ugh. Wrestling was kind of the same, too. People would just walk around and pull people's pants down, and it's like, oh, look, there's your wiener. It's like, oh, cool.
Does that resonate?
That definitely sounds like guys. But at the same time, that's also extremely fucking gay. Like, I'm not actually, like, that surprised. Because this sounds like other stories that I've heard about guys' locker rooms. But at the same time, holy shit. That is just the gayest, most homosexual faggotry that you could never really think of, other than actually sticking your dick in another man's ass. That's the only way you can be gayer. I think when it comes to like wrestling, that's probably the gayest sport. Though football's also pretty gay too. Because you're a sweaty man on top of another sweaty man pinning him down. You can't be much more gayer than that unless you actually stick it in there again. Awkward. It's awkward fuck if you're straight. The gays play off as a joke. Yeah, but gays aren't actually that common. Like, the modern day has too many of the ones that have been groomed and everything by the past 15 years of social contagion and everything. But actual gays are not that common. I forget what the statistic is, but essentially it's like 1 in 100, okay? You're probably gonna have like one gay guy, maybe depending on your size of your high school, obviously. But the ratio from gay to straight is not very... It's pretty big. So you should only have like one gay on the team, and that's it. I had 2 older cousins that loved to wrestle each other, and that was gay before I knew what the fuck gay was. I mean, yes, it's also, I understand it's like a sign of strength, trying to win over, like, showing that you actually are stronger than your competition. Especially as you're growing up, it's a good, healthy sign that they're being boys and expressing their masculinity because they do care about dominant and strength and be able to physically be powerful. But at the same time, listen, it's kind of gay. You're making the other guy submit, yeah. Never showered at high school, thank God I never had to. That 1 in 100 is probably just the rape regardless. Well, there's a reason why they say that the gays are groomed after all, because a lot of them actually just end up that they were sexually abused as a kid. Like, that's a really common origin story for most gays, other than the Gen Z, that they believe they're gay and because they're teenagers and grow out of it. The true gays usually have some sort of sexual abuse behind it. And then you still have that even with the Gen Z that think they're gay or trans as well, where they're groomed on Discord servers. That happens all the time nowadays too. But it's the same issue, but on a much wider scale.
With your experience at all?
I don't know if we're quite that fucking homo with it, but a couple of good stories. I didn't play with anybody that wasn't a fucking type A. I mean, everybody's type A. We're all of us are the best player from our region of the country, and you put 25 of those guys in a fucking clubhouse for 200 plus days a year together, you get real good at fucking with people. Real fucking good at fucking with each other. And that's, there's a lot of fucking downtime. You're there for an hour for batting practice. Then you sit on your ass for 2 hours waiting for the game. When you play the game, you got a lot of downtime in that clubhouse, a lot of idle time. Well, what do you do but start fucking with each other? A couple of Greg, you know who Greg Maddox is?
No.
Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Greg he's at least definitely in the top 5 pitchers ever played the game. He was amazing to fucking watch. Goddamn, he was amazing to watch. But this guy, a complete dirtbag when it came to like fucking with people. He would come up to you a lot. I mean, probably at least once a week. You're in the shower after a game, hot water's hitting you. He'd come up and like strike up some stupid bullshit. Like, what's he talking about this shit? Look down, he's just pissing all over you. Like, motherfucker.
That's funny.
He does it with fucking Nagel one night. Greg's naked, Nagel's naked. Nagel is like, none of this shit. Shoves Greg. Greg runs out of the shower. Nagel takes off after him. They are running around the clubhouse for a good 4 or 5 minutes with reporters everywhere, journalists everywhere, both completely naked, running around the fucking tables in the middle and running through the training room and through the gym and down the hallway. Yeah, both fucking naked. Didn't even want to beat Greg's ass for pissing on him. Fucking fantastic. One of those guys, he was so fucking good.
That's amazing. I love that. They probably got an ass whooping by their managers and other people in high places that control them, because I don't know what the hierarchy is. Well, that is, I love men so much. I love men so fucking much. They're such fucking dorks. It's so retarded. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, if only it was a fly in the wall to actually watch that. Not because I really want to say naked men. Though then again, they're probably athletic and probably good looking, so I mean, sure. But like, it just because it's so ridiculous and such a dumb thing to do, and like they're probably gonna have some consequences for that. But it's just so much fun actually just watching guys just be guys and just doing the stupid shit that they do. And to be kind of reasonable too, that he's being pissed on while in the shower. Granted, it's better than being pissed on not in the shower. And you better hope he doesn't have AIDS, but still, that's beautiful.
How many people do you know that are like the top 3 or 4 to ever do it? You're gonna be a little eccentric. Like, nobody's that good as fucking mentally normal. You're gonna be a little fucking tweak in the head, which is about Greg is an understatement. But a completely just vulgar, perverted dude, but it was always fucking funny. Made $12 million a year. We would go on like a 9-10 day road trip. He would bring 2 shirts, 1 jacket, 2 pair of pants, two pair of socks, and 1 pair of shoes for like 12 days. Mm-hmm.
Why?
$1 million a month. There's guys on the team that are toting like 2 and 3 suitcases. Grace had a little fucking carry-on bag. Just didn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Didn't wear on.
Okay, listen. I know you don't make money by spending money, and it's best to be frugal even when you do make that much money, just in general. You should just blast it all on drugs and hookers and, mansions and stuff. But that's just a little bit too far. Just ever so slightly, a little bit too far. Oh, just a little bit. Just maybe a few more pairs of clothes, especially underwear. Okay? Just a little bit here.
Underwear. So it's August in Atlanta. He lived up in Alpharetta, 40 minute drive. Drive down to the ballpark. It's 95 outside. We used to wear what's called sanitary socks. These little socks that go underneath your fucking leggings and your pants and whatnot. It's little thin socks. Those things were in like a grocery cart right next to Greg's locker. How many times I saw Greg walk in, get undressed, did not have a good body, by the way. I mean, the guy just never touched a weight his entire fucking life. Little fucking moves and little, hairy titties. And he'd take his...
Wait, okay. I know, like, if he's a pitcher and just a pitcher, and he wasn't doing the rest of the running and other stuff like that, I guess he doesn't actually have to be in great shape, but, like, he's still an athlete. And you still have to have at least decent arm strength to be able to throw and a little bit of core, right? He might not be tip-top shape compared to the other ones, but, like, he can't be that bad. I mean, the little card that they had popped up on the screen, he looked pretty handsome. Then again, I find most guys handsome.
Is it the Jews?
So,
I'm
at
assuming
this
it's always
point,
the Jews.
like, I'm kind of weird in the sense that it's actually really hard for me to find a guy ugly. Because to me, most guys basically look, not the same, but like every guy basically is attractive to me. And so they're all not attractive in that weird sense. It's like, I see a guy, I'm like, oh, he's attractive. But I think every guy's attractive. So like, no guy's attractive. Only very few men are either butt fucking ugly or so attractive that I want to stay about 10 feet away at the bare minimum because I'm too scared to interact with them. If I think a guy is that attractive, then I'm like, okay, he's out of my league, I'm out of here. So, dad bod? Maybe. He probably eats like shit. I guess that makes sense too. Should still be in great shape to throw balls. Well, it depends what kind of balls you're throwing, that's for sure. Uh, I think that the word is mid, not attractive. Well, I mean, mid's not actually an insult. Like, most people are mid because generally attractive people then mate with other attractive people, so therefore they create other attractive like children, and the list goes on and on. Like there's different things that both all men find attractive in women and women find attractive in men that are pretty general, and so therefore they just kind of keep on procreating, and then it kind of those traits carry on. This is kind of how it works. So most people that are mid aren't ugly. They might not be 10 out of 10s, but being like a 6 or a 7, maybe 5, isn't like the end of the world because you're still average, and average is still good. Exactly, mid is an insult. You're almost getting it. Yeah, like I know that mid's an insult to women though, but it's only if women allow it to be an insult because of the fact that most women want to be the 10 out of 10, even if they're not. They want guys to think that way because the women rely on their attractiveness so much to be able to get a date. There was like a study done before that like guys found 80% of women attractive. This is old as fuck at this point. So I mean, yeah, obviously a 10 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10 and she's smoking and blowing the room, but like a 7 is still decent too, so that's upper mid. That's definitely upper mid in that case. Mid would be like 5 or 6. 4, well, once you get below 5, then that's when it's like, okay, listen, I know 4 is technically lower mid, but you need a lot of assistance. If it can't be a 5 or a 6, then you're kind of you're a little bit screwed if you're much lower than that. So, but most women want to be the 10 out of 10, even if they're not, because most women are mid, because that's what mid is average at the end of the day. And so therefore calling a woman mid's an insult to them, which is just retarded. Mid literally just means average. It's just the ultimate weapon to use on narcissists. Yes, exactly. Which most women are narcissists because they value their beauty so much, because that's what gets them mates, because guys care way more about attractiveness than they do about most anythings. Most guys just want a girl that's not butt fucking ugly and likes them and can cook. Empty balls, full stomach, that kind of deal. So, mid does have a negative connotation to it. Basic might be a better term. Mid's only become a negative connotation because it is used as an insult, specifically against women, to knock them down a peg, because there's so many e-thoughts online that think they're amazing. And granted, a lot of the e-thoughts are actually attractive, because women are generally attractive. Once again, apparently 80%. Guys find 80% of women attractive. So, like, it kind of all kind of loops back together into its
I'm assuming it's always the
self-fulfilling
Jews.
prophecy here. So, 6.5 6.5 out of 10 can cook, not a bitch, simple as. Yeah, from my understanding. Now, guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but most guys just want a woman that likes them, can cook, and willing to have sex with them at the end of the day. So, manner visual, yeah, that's an actual psychological fact. That I remember, well, I already knew this before going into AP psychology, but then I got into AP psychology, and then it was already reinstated there. And then people in my class were just like, "No, that's not true." And I actually participated in a class, and I'm just like, "No, fuckers, you're wrong." Like, it's very much true that women care. They do care that a guy's attracted to a little bit, because you do need to be attractive. Like, you need to be at least mid to be attractive, because once again, you need to be at least average, because the average is average for a reason. These are the biological traits that have lasted throughout the centuries and thousands of years of breeding with other attractive people with these similar traits, after all, right? So you need to at least be mid, you need to be average, and most women will basically go for you. What's most important for women is status and power. AKA, or also money in this case. Some sort of social, some sort of strength that goes behind it, whether that be physical strength and able to make a career out of that, or something along those lines. That's why you see these hot 20-year-old chicks, marrying the 60-year-olds old that are fat, balding, and ugly. They're not actually attracted to that guy, but he's got the status, and therefore she's lifted up in status as well. You can be a 5 as a dude, and you can still get a decently attractive chick if you actually have the status. Of course, that's easier said than done in this day and age. Women don't care as much to the attractiveness of the man. They care more about the personality and what you have and your abilities and how you're able to plan for the future, because women's biological instinct is to have kids and be able to be provided and protected for. And if you cannot provide and protect, then you are not a worthwhile man. That's how it essentially works. And usually the status and power is what gives you that. In the modern age, once again, that's more difficult. So you need to actually prove that you can at least try to provide that for them, which is also difficult. But then we get into the whole rabbit hole of modern day dating and how fucked it is, and that's or be disagreeable jerk. Well, that's being an asshole. That's showing that you are a leader, and being a leader is part of the whole status thing. The women like the bad boys, not because they're bad boys. They like them because they are going their own way, as you could say. And showing that they are trying to prove themselves and being something more, something different, not falling for the status quo. They are creating their own figure and creating their own change. They're rejecting the system, and that means they're not a little goy cattle slave that just falls in line. And they actually are trying to do something, not exactly with their life, mind you, because a lot of those bad boys are just, fucking around doing drugs or whatever the case is when it comes to actual life. But since they're going against society, it makes them different, and therefore, they're actually their own leaders, essentially. A mall safe figure, but replace the F with an N. No, I'm not that retarded, Grotsky. Girls like men with passion. Exactly. I would probably say in the modern age, and maybe I'm not the best woman to ask this stuff because I like to think I have not crazy standards. Granted, usually if a woman says she's got low standards, that means she actually has high standards, so I get the conundrum here. I like to think this case, but I would probably say the most important thing is to actually have a passion. Have something you're aiming for. You don't actually want to put the woman first and foremost. There's a reason why women don't like simps. You want to have some greater goal, something to achieve, something greater than even you yourself to aim for. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you need to have some sort of goal, some sort of motivation, something that drives you, that makes you live, and you're willing to sacrifice anything for. And she will find that admirable, though she will find that attractive, and so therefore she'll want to follow you and support you. No matter what it is, because that shows that you actually have the drive and passion to actually protect and provide. And ideally, if she's a good woman, she'll want to support you in that drive and not actually get you after you completed it. But that's where gold diggers come in. So everything a Floyd says means the opposite. I'm not trying to say the opposite here. I'm not trying to. But then again, you should never listen to a woman. So disregard everything I said and do the complete opposite. Please don't actually do that, though.
God damn, I got some fucking swamp ass. It's hot as shit out there. He would take one of those socks out, wipe his fingers in the ass, and go, "Oh, I always got a hair in it," and throw it back.
Oh, that's what I do.
3 minutes later, would point out, "Oh, god damn, it's got a fucking." Like, no, it's good luck. It's good luck. Wear it. It's good luck. And this guy would be like, okay. And they would put his stained sock on and play.
He was very cool.
Yeah. Fucking funny as shit.
Good luck. I don't need luck that bad.
That's brilliant.
Well, if you're making millions of dollars a month or a year, you might need luck that bad.
That's true.
Yeah, well, especially if you're going shit, you're hitting like a buck A over the last fucking 2 weeks. I need anything to fucking get me out of this fucking slump. And I've already tried banging 2 fat chicks.
I have a hard time hearing what he says when he's mumbling and chewing gum and smoking at the same time. I did hear his fucking 2 fat chicks, so good luck for that.
Didn't fucking work.
What?
Slump busters. Slump buster.
A slut buster.
Slump buster.
Oh, slump buster.
It's mainly for hitters. Hitters like for his last 25. I'm going to go out tonight and find the fattest. That'll get me out of my slump. I'm going to bang the fattest ugly thing I can find. Slump buster.
Is it the Jews? Is it the Jews?
Oh, shit.
I'm assuming it's always the Jews.
Bang a really fat, nasty chick. The baseball guy will smile on you and get you out of your slump. They will smile with favor upon you. And the uglier, the better. That right there is a league pennant and all-star MVP right there. I bang her. Yeah, we're winning the pennant. I'm getting the all-star MVP. Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to start with this. Because I love the shit on women. I love to call them whores and sluts and and e-thoughts and blah 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 blah. I love the shit on women. But I also dislike it when men sleep around a lot. That's not good. I get it's more acceptable for men because it shows social status. The fact that you can actually get women and pull them is actually a good thing for men, because it shows that you are a high value man. I know that's cringe to say, but that's essentially what it is. I know it's a social status thing, and so it is more acceptable for a man to do it than a woman, and that is fine in that aspect because I understand the logic behind it. But there's a certain point where it gets a bit too much, and being a man whore is just bad. It's bad for the same reason, for well, almost the same reason, for why it's bad for women to be sluts. There is a bonding hormone that happens when you have sex. It's different for men than it is women, and the feeling that it causes is also different too. But the more you have sex with different people, the weaker the hormone gets, and it weakens your bonding system. It's not a good thing to sleep around constantly for men or women. It's just a lot stronger and more powerful for women because they're only supposed to be dedicated to one man. Goes back to the whole protector and provider thing. Versus men, it's more of a social status, and having more women is good because then you can actually breed more, because one man can get 10 women pregnant, only one woman can be pregnant to one man, after all. So there is a bit of a difference there, once again, but it's still not good for men to sleep around. And it still makes me very uncomfortable and feel gross when I hear men talk about their exploits. And then to make it worse, it's like the fattest and ugliest chick you can find is a pump and dump. Like, I don't consider myself particularly ugly. I also consider myself mid, because once again, most people are average, and I am aware that I am mid. I'm not a 10 out of 10. But at the same time, just to think of the fact where a guy would just be like, okay, I'm just gonna fuck this chick just because, it is what it is. And if she's fat and ugly, even better. Just because. It just makes me feel gross. It makes me uncomfortable. That men would have such disregard for a woman's emotions and would use her like that. Obviously, there needs to be some responsibility for the woman too for spreading her legs in the first part, because she shouldn't be doing that. But if you're choosing the fattest and ugliest bitch, that's pretty much easy pickings, because she's gonna have low self-esteem because she's a fat, ugly bitch. Like, you're using the woman, and I need stronger words to express my emotions, because it makes me, it borderline adds validity to what the feminists say about men. And I hate that. I hate that, because I hate feminists with a burning passion. But it's just like, I hear men say that, and it just makes me not want to trust them. Granted, in this case, he's a famous, baseball playing star. He has the pick of a litter of a woman. I'm sure he's slept around a whole bunch. I mean, he basically described it in the very beginning, and now he's not married. But then again, he said the steroids made him sterile, but didn't say it killed his sex drive. So yeah, he did joke that he would have 3 different women pregnant already. So, I mean, that makes sense. There's a reason why when you get big and famous, guys just sleep around, because they have that status and power I was talking about earlier that attracts women. But it's still just, I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. Hookup culture is toxic, yes. It's just disgusting. It's vile. Their bodies are choiceable. Well, we're talking, rape is different. It ruins pair bonding and promiscuous. Often individuals die alone, both male and female. There's a reason why leftists have no kids, so the furthest right politically have the most kids. Yeah, it's not healthy for either sex to do it. It's bad for men to do it, not because it ruins their bonding, but because it ruins it for other men, and the women who get pumped and dumped. Men have responsibility to uphold society. That's also true. That's a very fair point that I don't often bring up. Because, I mean, once again, you do need to put some responsibility on the woman, after all, right? I know women and accountability is a myth. They do not go hand in hand. But there used to be a time period where women were shamed for being sluts and to opening their legs for any man that gives them attention. And so there needs to be some responsibility on them for falling for that. But then again, can you blame them either when a high value man that's rich and famous gives them the time of day and makes them feel special and loved? Like, that's just manipulating them and just using them like that. Like, and they think there's actually something there. This is why feminists can actually gain a little bit of power and influence, because this happens. Now, granted, this doesn't happen that often, because not every man's rich and famous, and people aren't having sex. Guys aren't even able to have girlfriends, and that's a whole different story. It's just not realistic. But when you hear stories like this, it doesn't make a strong, it doesn't make a very strong case here.
Her a medal too.
That right there, she's a 4-year guaranteed deal right there. I'm gonna have sex with her.
Outfield rituals.
Hey Sam, my boomer aunt pays about $500 a month for her grandson to be in what is the plague of white families right now, travel baseball. And that team just got, sued for one of their coaches embezzling that money. They pay all this money for their kid to just play baseball weekend by weekend, and they're neglecting the other two kids. They live in California, and they have to go all the way to Missouri just play random team. Travel baseball is ruining the American family. It should just be for like hometown little leagues only.
It's not meth or drunk dads. It's travel baseball. It's ruining the fabric of America.
Okay, so I understand where this guy who's calling is coming from here, because it is unfortunate that they're neglecting the other two kids. But if this kid who's doing the travel baseball actually has a career in it, this is actually really good for them, and they should keep on doing it because, well, back in the day, kids used to go in the trades when they were teenagers, and it was able to set them up so they weren't, broke college students when they were at 25. They actually had some sort of skill, something going for them by the time they hit their 20s, so they could actually settle down and have a family. And so it's actually a good thing that they're investing into this other kid with travel baseball and trying to actually make a career out of it, as long as the kid actually does try to, once again, make a career out of it, because that'll be good for that kid. Now, neglecting the other two kids is obviously bad, and they need to reevaluate and reposition themselves in some way, shape, or form, but it's not travel baseball that's ruining the framework. In fact, this is a very expensive thing to do. They're very lucky to be able to afford this for their kid in the first place. It's not very common in most American families to go this far, because one, you need to have the money, and two, you need to have a kid that's talented enough to even do travel sport, or whatever the case is, because that's only for the top of the top and within your area, within your region, to be able to travel, because once again, it is expensive. So I don't know what this caller is talking about. I get it's a really sucky situation for the other two kids, and once again, there's a problem for the other two kids, but this is not the end of the world.
Okay. It would be a pain in the ass. I wouldn't want to be a parent that had to fucking... They do sell some fucking... It's $3,000-4,000 a year for fucking giant trying to become the next fucking Derek Jeter.
That's the price of a gaming PC.
Yeah,
by the way.
It's well, that's not including like the gas in the car,
the
the hotel
mouse, the
room,
Razer
and
mouse, and the high refresh rate monitor.
Gotta get a good chair too.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, what do you think about like professional gamers, the ones that are like on TV now, and people like
I don't think they're on TV.
Like
Nobody watches that.
Games.
I think it's a hobby, but it's pretty retarded. What do you think about it?
I have a good buddy of mine that actually bought Emeril Lagasse. Emeril Lagasse is the chef. Bought his old house down where I live. Fantastic house, 10,000 feet on a real nice golf course over in the bay. He sold for cash, like a $2.5 million house for cash. Professional gamer bought it. He's like 28 years old. Are you fucking kidding me? How's that possible?
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
They got some of them got money, yeah. The guy's probably doing 220 actions per minute, John.
That's no joke.
I mean, I don't really see professional gaming as any different than professional sports. Going back to what I said earlier in stream, it makes sense for the top entertainers to be paid because people need entertainment to survive. We can argue about the bread of circus aspect of things, but people do need entertainment to survive, and obviously the top entertainers will be the ones paid, depending on their field. In this guy's case, he was a professional pitcher for, baseball, and so therefore he was able to get it made. In the professional gamers aspect, he's the professional of playing, I don't know, league player, Marvel's Rivals, Valorant. What do the kids play these days that are competitive like this? Like, it's the same thing. Now, I don't think it's as popular as it tried to be back in the 2010s, late 2010s, because when it comes to sports, professional sports is different than professional gaming when it comes to skill to a certain extent. And there are a lot of people who find it more enjoyable to watch people who are bad at games because you can make fun of them. That's a different form of entertainment. And obviously you have the anime girl or the thought with the big fat tits that can play a game, and that's a little bit more enjoyable for men as well. So it's slightly different in that regard when it comes to its popularity, because there's more competition when it comes to the entertainment section when actually watching games. That's why it's not something too crazy. However, at the same time, if you're professional and you're actually really good at the game, it does make sense. It does make sense.
He can jack off in less than 3 seconds. I've seen him.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. I never really played many sports because I'm a fat piece of shit, but I love professional sports because it scratches ancient human itches. The two of them specifically. It scratches the itch for combat, watching gladiatorial combat, and it scratches the itch for slavery because it's essentially slavery. Buy them, sell them.
This guy's facial reaction is perfect. Buy himself. Holy shit, I've never heard this argument for Sportsball before, but I'm absolutely loving it. Oh my god.
Trade them off.
He's got a point there. You gotta admit, he's got a point. And he was self-aware.
He was self-aware. He did come from a fucking fat bucket of shit.
I'm calling in. I'm a bucket of shit.
I bet he watches every baseball game in 5-day-old tidy-whitey underwear.
That's probably
Piss
true.
stain in the front, shit stain in the back, at least one hole in it.
He's pissing and shitting himself,
Yeah.
hating that he
do a lot.
he can't play the game.
Crumbs of some chips, kind of mixed into his chest hair over his boiler. That's how
Wears
that fucking guy does.
his underwear backwards, and then the poop is in the front, and the pee's in the back.
It's like 2 pairs in one.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking. That guy. Next.
Okay, maybe I'm having a woman moment here, but I feel like that was kind of unnecessary. I will fully take the blame if this is a woman moment. Oh, but like, the guy was self-aware. He was making fun of himself. He made a really good, funny joke. You know, the slavery thing was really good. And it seemed more like they were insulting him. Specifically, John was insulting him. Because he did go in the whole rant earlier about how much he hates fans, after all. And his reaction to the slavery comment shows that even though he's being kind of base, he's still the normie kind of base, the old guard, you know, where they grew up with offensive jokes and things like that because things weren't so sensitized. But certain things are too far, like slavery and the KKK and Holocaust, blah, 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 blah. And it just seemed like unnecessary. But I maybe I'm the one having the woman moment here. It wasn't necessary. Nah, he's just a boomer. If you call him to the Sam Hyde show, then you deserve it. To a certain extent. But I also have the mentality too where I don't actually like insulting fans. Because if they're supporting you, then they deserve appreciation. Because when you are an entertainer, right, you're not your job, even though entertainment is necessary for humans to survive, you need to be good enough for people to actually like you for whatever your entertainment is. And so therefore, you need to appreciate your fans for supporting you, because without them, you wouldn't be anybody. And so obviously, if a part of your whole shtick is to make fun of your fans, and that is what it is, right? Because that's the whole part of like banter, showing love, blah 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 blah. But if it's kind of out of nowhere and just completely unnecessary, it just makes you look like a dick, and not in the good way. And that's how it kind of seemed like in this perspective. So John's being a bit of a testy bitch on that one, but I get it. Hey, well, I don't deserve any appreciation. Call me Stingy Roll and sub. You know. Technically, I did make a requirement that if you want me to insult you, you gotta pay up. Bare minimum is $10. The more money, the higher the insult tier becomes. Because and part of it's a half joke. Yeah, but the other hand, it was because I just don't actually like insulting you guys.
Just kidding. We have to pretend to like sports with John Rocker's here, or he'll beat me up. Next call.
Hey, Sam. I played a very high level of hockey when I was a kid up here in Canada, and a horror story that comes to mind is one of the moms providing sexual favors to a coach on the team to get her son a little bit more playtime that he didn't, I guess, deserve as a player. Really put a damper on the year. 2 families pretty much ruined as they were both married. And as a father and a coach now to my 2 young sons, not doing it for the sexual favors, but I will say that adults really do ruin youth sports. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Appreciate you.
Was she hot?
Because she's destroying lives. She's probably hot as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
A lot of hot chick in Canada. Especially at fucking Wanda's.
You did mention...
You ever been to Wanda's?
A what?
Wanda's in Montreal.
What?
Wanda's in Montreal. Yeah.
What is it, like a ping pong club?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do some tricks with ping pong balls. They can. Yeah. No paddles though.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. Spread.
That's what I meant.
Balls
You say the Wandas?
The Wandas.
Yes, wacky Wandas?
I think Wandas is the best.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
It was the Wandas.
Yeah, that's
You don't want to go there.
That's in Atlanta. But yeah, but Wanda's though is the exchange rate. It's 60 cents on the dollar. I just save money when I go to that titty club. Better than that. I take a little bit of discount.
Well, apparently they have like super prostitutes in Canada.
Oh, they're all like Ukrainian chicks. They're all like 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Height? Is that tall?
I think so.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. I don't know, is it? Yeah.
5'11" women are insane.
Mm-hmm. But I also like spinners too.
What's a spinner?
Come on, Sam. This is the guy who I didn't think was gay.
Wrong.
She's 5'3". She's almost spinner height. She's about 2 inches too lengthy for a spinner. Yeah.
Spinner
What the fuck is a spinner?
Yeah, is it a verb?
Does that mean they spin on your cock?
Is that a serious question?
Is it
Spin, yes. Spinner.
You spin them on your cock.
Fucking, well, you don't. You'll get hurt. You'll end up on that show, fucking Sex at Me the ER. You'll end up going to that place. I'll be on that reality show. But yes, that's where the term comes from. Little tiny ladies.
Okay, you'd spin?
The book, Small Women, was written about spinners. Little Women, written about, that was about spinners. If you
Wait, am I a spinner then? Sorry, chat. I'm having a hard time understanding what this guy is saying. Because they just sound like whores. Are these just like small whores? But like the spinners are specifically like short girls that are whores? I haven't heard the term in a long ass time. Bro, I never heard of it ever. I know what a spinster is. I like to use the term spinster. I never heard of spinner. So short and thin, easy to spin. Okay, so whores. Short whores. Got it. Okay. That's basically what it is here. There's also a term for thick woman you can use to spin while on top of. How do you even... Sorry, I'm just trying to imagine in my mind, how do you spin on a dick? That doesn't seem enjoyable. Like, I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, how is that enjoyable for the man or the woman? I mean, it looks fun and goofy, I guess, but like, how is that? Just put your legs up and let it rip like a Beyblade. The guy has to lift you. Oh, let it rip, huh? I'm just imagining. It's like a top, you know? No, not like a top isn't like in the Dom sense. Like the spinner top, you know? I guess where the term spinner comes from, right? The little old-fashioned toys where you take it and you twist it and you like go spin and it goes around and around like a Beyblade almost like that. You do that with the woman. You just take her, you grab her by the hips, you know, and you just go, whoom! You just go, like a top. God, I wish, God, one day I want to get a 3D model so my gesticulation, can actually be expressed here, so I can actually show with my hands, like, what's happening here.
read all the way to the end, this is about spinners, Little Women, the book, into the 50s.
Spoiler.
That came out slightly before Breakfast at Tiffany's. I wonder if the gay community has spinners. Probably. They're also called jockeys.
There's a
those are the femboys.
The videos about you. This is from Humbled. It's utterly humiliating to admit that as a gay fan of Mr. Rocker and a formerly staunch activist for equality before he came forward with his truth, and he's capitalizing his when referencing John Rocker. In the years from then leading up to present day, I've slowly submitted, bent the knee, and went back in the closet after being out for 36 years.
Nice.
Divorced my husband so I can focus all of my energy and money spreading the message of alpha men like Mr. Rocker. And yet I still become ever more thankful, reverent, and utterly prostrate to manly straight men like Mr. Rocker every day.
That's awesome.
Wow. I learned something very valuable years ago, too. Norm Charlton. Anybody know Norm Charlton here?
Of course.
Who's that? Norm's like, there's nothing wrong with being able to turn on both sexes. Nothing wrong with it. Norm, lefty, reliever / closer. Played about 15 years. Good career. Good dude, too. Very nice. He was forced.
That's pretty insane what that guy was writing about. Pretty sure it's a joke, though. Pretty sure it's a joke.
Or bar, restaurant, club, whatever, in Scottsdale one time. Tiger Woods was there. We just said hey to him, but he was a couple of seats down. Norm was leaning against the bar Saturday night, Scottsdale, Friday night, Scottsdale, pretty fucking packed. Elbows on the fucking bar, waiting for his drink. I just hear some look over, pissing against the fucking bar.
Hell
There's
yeah.
people here in like tuxedos and shit. I'm like, God damn, Norm.
That's awesome.
Really? It's ass and nuts in there too, just pissing around against a fucking bar.
Well, we
on Friday night.
That urine is clean and has health benefits.
Yeah,
We learned this last show. So
he was helping.
Maybe
I
Glenn was onto
about
something.
that.
We heard about it from a man who drinks his own urine.
I know. And I was talking to Jim about that earlier. There had to be a first. What was that first time like? No,
Drinking
trust me,
urine?
Justin's gonna work for you. Trust me.
You can't believe them. They'll lie about it. They say, "Oh, it didn't taste like anything," but my mind told me it tasted like something, and that's all it was. It was my mind.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. I think you realize that you're betraying the order of your body. You're like, it's
Well, I know
people
what it
when they
smells like
eat,
when I've drank too much fucking vodka. I
That-
don't want to be sipping on that shit.
that would flavor.
Out of vodka.
Yeah, because I was sick last week. I was taking lots of cough medicine and meds and different things in general. And for like 2 days straight, my piss just smelled like Dayquil and tea. It's a horrible fucking smell. It's disgusting. It's pretty bad. I definitely did not want to drink that.
If you're out of vodka, I gotta pee really bad.
That's right.
Don't need more vodka. That's the way to play it. Right there.
What is the urine alcoholic?
Or urine-alcoholic.
If you breathe like a .02 or something, what are you gonna piss?
Are there people that are such bad alcoholics they drink their own piss?
I bet it's happened before. Guaranteed it's happened before.
I wonder if my mom did that.
Probably most of them.
You know a homeless guy fucking wants some Ripple? Hey, ain't got $4. Oh yeah.
Throws his ankles over his head and he goes to town.
Yeah, or just pisses in his shoe. Fucking yeah. It makes his shoe his fucking goblet there.
Wow. Right in the shoe.
Or all you homeless out there listening, yeah, you heard that from me. Give me credit next time you do it.
We're
Think
helping the
Johnny
homeless
Wallace.
one step at a time. Save money. Drink
Live better.
urine out of your shoe.
Yep. Because again, you're sweating in that shoe. More alcohol content.
That's actually an interesting thing. He
moonshine
said
piss, you
beer
know.
tastes terrible. This guy
We
said.
all drink Jägermeister. Good God, that stuff's fucking
What does Jägermeister taste like?
like piss come out of your shoe. That's what Jägermeister tastes like.
Yeah, I know sports are pretty peanuts and circus, but it's fun. It's fun to watch it. It's fun to root for a team. It's nice. It's kind of like playing video games.
That was an educated man. What's your favorite video? John, what's your favorite video game?
I'm a grown man. I don't play video games.
Okay.
I won't do that.
When you were a kid.
Pac-Man.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that take. A grown man, I don't play video games. No, fuck you. To a certain extent, you should let people enjoy things. Usually when people say that phrase, they mean it in the whole, like, woke sense. Excuse me? I bet Grotsky enjoyed that. But it's like, okay, so he's a he's not an actual literal boomer. He's Gen X, technically. But he is more of a boomer mentality. He was raised with his entertainment being books, playing outside, and sports, right? Like, it makes sense, and that's why I said Pac-Man was his favorite thing when he grew as a kid. But it's a very annoying mentality, not recognizing that entertainment is still just entertainment at the end of the day. Yeah, but it is what it is. You're not gonna be able to change his mind, obviously. Mods, time Grotsky out for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Thanks, mommy, my fucking ass. I hate you, Grotsky. No! Well, maybe don't call me mommy then, you fucking filthy dollet. I'll deport you back to India. Oh my god, the mods actually did time him out. Oh, base mods, thank you. I'm Gen X and I played games and did lots of sports when I was younger. Yeah, like, it's just, it's entertainment. It's how you relax in the day. It's what you enjoy. It's a hobby. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that deep. Just let people enjoy things. Once again, I know, that's more of a leftist term. But in this context, it really is just let people enjoy things. And you don't have to make fun of them for it.
Miss Pac-Man.
Now that's what I'm
So you're a retro gamer.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man.
And a gender bender.
Yeah.
So he Miss Pac-Man.
I'm a Nintendo kid.
Why did they make Miss Pac-Man? What's the difference? Just a bow on her head?
That became much more
Oh, it says Miss Pac-Man. I forgot that they actually made Pac-Man a girl because they make everything a girl.
popular than Man Pac-Man. Than Mr.
Much more
Pac-Man.
strategic, much more fast-paced.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Like a woman's mind.
Yeah, good point.
Or a stripper on the 30th of the month. Rent's due tomorrow. Got to get going.
I think school sports are a fundamental part of the American institution. People who disagree were a bunch of beta male soy boys who were shoved in the lockers and were probably staying up late watching Adult Swim playing PS2. Sports, especially in school, is a good foundation for discipline. Sports industry, on the other hand, is actually its own severe fucked up type of... It's basically just Hollywood, but for sports. There's a bunch of corruption, pedophilia, drugs, money. Who cares? It's a corrupt, dumb, gay-ass industry.
But if you pretend that you actually don't like sports, you're probably actually gayer than most of the pedophiles sucking cock who actually work in the annals of the business. That's just my take, anyways.
Okay, buddy, calm down. I agree with his general point that sports is American and is part of a huge part of American culture and is actually good and healthy for kids. But he definitely went the extreme. Bro kind of went crazy. Yeah, that escalated quickly. Yeah, that's yeah. He kind of went the like I was bashing John Rocker, I think's his name, for like talking about how he's a grown ass man, he doesn't play games. This is the like okay, this is like the more extreme version of what he was saying like about it. Like okay, listen, when you insult somebody repeatedly when you're trying to make a point and it validates your points. Sometimes it's funny just to make fun of somebody, call them a retard or a faggot or whatever the case is, right? It's funny to do that from time to time as a little gotcha. Okay, whatever the case is. But when you go on this like schizo rant for like 2 minutes, calling everyone a pedophile and gay and lazy and whatever the fuck he mentioned multiple times like that, then you weaken your points and makes you sound like you're deranged because you can't actually make a sound argument. He had it in the first like 15 seconds that yes, it is a part of American culture and Western culture. Well, not even just Western culture. Once again, it's a whole sports have always been important. Some sort of physical activity competing against two tribes has always been really important throughout the entirety of human history. But sports specifically when it comes to baseball and football, has always been really essential basketball to American culture, for decades now, for a very long time. And it is very healthy. You kids should be exercising, and it's a great way to promote solidarity with working with a team, social cohesion, and group preferences, as well as the physical abilities that comes with the active sport. Like that, this is good on for a multitude of reasons for the development of a kid, and that's also it's important to get kids into sports when they're younger. And as they go through high school too, like this is good for them. But then they go on the whole pedophile, gay, money laundering, rapist, whatever the fuck he was saying there. Okay, listen. Yes, that happens when you play video games. It also happens in the sports industry and literally all the other Hollywood and entertainment industries too. Like you're kind of going off the beaten path here. You're kind of going onto the deep end. Like like calm down, dude. Calm down. It's okay here. Chill.
You guys don't screen your calls.
Well, these are the screened ones.
We're gonna fire the guy who screens them. Don't worry.
What was the crux of his argument? Pedophile sucking cock?
I just heard pedophile about 4 or 5 times.
That's the hook. But it was essentially that youth sports are good.
That's how he reels you into his argument.
Yeah. And then he says all the bad words. But the fact that like the professional sports, he says, is kind of like Hollywood, that it's infected by liberal idealism and things of that nature.
Professional sports though is the purest of the pure as far as I don't care what you look like, et cetera, et cetera. If you can put fucking numbers up, you're gonna fucking play. There's no DEI in fucking professional sports. They made a brief, vague attempt at it, but no. Fan bases get real fucking pissed, and so do owners spend a shit ton of money when the DEI guy fucking strikes out with a 4 fucking time today.
This next.
Okay, so maybe I'm out of my league here because I'm not a sports ball person, but it made it pretty obvious that they were trying to push DEI there for a very long time. They've been trying to get more and more black athletes to the point where it has been negrified. Football is the most obvious one, but you see this with basketball and other sports too. And the whole Black Lives Matter movement as well. All the Beyonce and the rappers and other shit that they do for the halftime. And the fact that in the UK, all of the native, professional sports ball players are also being replaced in real time too for their soccer. I can't call that football as well because totally different. Like it's very much. It seems like they are pushing that aspect of things. Not saying that the blacks aren't actually still good at it, but there's a reason why the sports have been failing and falling in popularity throughout the years. And I mean, it used to be really popular when I was a kid, and video games were peak. They were at their absolute peak in quality. Maybe not exactly normification of things and weren't exactly mainstream, but video games were basically at their peak when it comes to performance and quality during when I was a kid, and sports were still very popular. And I remember, it being talked about in class, even when I was like in first grade, for example, among the boys. Like, it was still something that they cared about. But as I've gotten older, it has been replaced with video games and become less popular. Now, I'm not saying it's just because of the negrification of it, but I do think it's a large part of it, and I've really seen the beginning, the nail in the coffin, the final blow during the past 10 years as DI has been pushed more and more in every single form of entertainment. it just seems like what it is. Now, once again, I'm out of my depth here because I'm not a sports ball fan at all. But you can't look at every single facet of entertainment. You can't look what has happened to football. You can't look what's happened to basketball. You can't look at the videos from 20 years ago and, you have two black men on a basketball team, and now you look at the modern age and it's like the whole entire basketball team is black and you have the token white guy. Or like, for more recent news in sports ball, there was Caitlyn, whatever the fuck her name was, in the women's basketball league that was like really fucking good and actually made women's basketball like really popular, right? And then she kept on getting her face knocked in by the black girls because they're jealous of her. And if you look at it, they're attacking her because she's white and actually good at playing basketball, because it has been completely taken over by blacks because they think they're superior when it comes to sports when they're not. Like they have some advantages when it comes to like running, for example. But they're more naturally better at that. And basketball does require a lot of running. But white people are pretty physically fit and pretty active too. They are obviously good professionals. It's just that once again, it's become so the basketball Americans have invaded all our sports thanks to DEI. It's a lot of our entertainment in general have become blacked. Like with rap music being so popular the past like 10 years as well. A lot of you can basically go back 10 to 15 years and pretty much every form of entertainment, video games, movies, sports, music has all shifted for a black narrative to push black culture. And it's all roughly around the same time. It's almost like it's planned. Almost like the people on top actually hate your guts and hate whitey and want them dead. It's almost like this is a whole, conspiracy theory from tiny hats in high places you could maybe make an argument for. Like, it's really noticeable when you actually pay attention to it.
Product that you're about to have pitched to you. This is the only product that I actually believe in and care about. All the other stuff we advertise on here is crap. Poo-poo, garbage, ass. But this product, they're getting it for free because it's so good. Check it out.
Oh, is that it? I didn't realize the episode was over.
Man, it's just another day stuck in my lame town with nothing but boring games. I almost fell asleep from all the excitement.
Hey, what's that?
It's crazy bags, they're flying through the air. Yellow, blue, purple, these bags got flair. Thick plastic, no air, they don't care. Risky rascals, better beware. Clean my room, man. Brush my teeth. Wrap around your face, they put you to sleep. Toughest product out to hit the streets. Have you hooked on them like milk in a tea.
Get your color. Get your power. Get crazy.
Bare ass.
Look so cool in the neon light. Crazy bag. Everybody's got one to share. Go and grab one. Don't be a square.
Ready to be the ultimate air hog? Call us to order at 555 KRAZYBAGZ today.
This is such a 90s and early 2000s product. It's not even funny. Like, I would totally see this on like PBS Kids.
Oh.
Why is that happening?
Wait, you were, that's the break.
This is the break? I love how I'm asking which one's the brake.
It's the same as a regular car.
I haven't looked down there in years.
Ryan Rivera.
That's something I would do.
Don't know how to drive manual transmission.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know either.
Learn how to drive manual, okay?
Chris, let's go game. All right, looks like we're on our own.
What happened?
What are you talking about?
We're going backwards.
Oh, shit.
You might want to go around. We're learning how to drive.
There's too many cars in this parking lot for me to feel safe about them learning how to drive stick.
Shift.
Indian deer, oh no. Okay, this is just an ad for MDE TV. Do you think Kamal can drive a manual? No. The answer is no. 12 IQ Moid. Asian woman has better. No, I didn't mean to vote for that, but I couldn't read it. She has a license. Fuck you! I do have a license. I just don't leave the house. I have never, ever gotten into an accident before. Thank you very much. Gotten close, maybe once or twice, but I have never, ever actually gotten into a an accident before. Wait, you don't drive a manual? Wait, wait, hold on a second. Is it, wait, do you mean, when you say manual, don't you mean stick? Hold on, right? Yeah. I said before I left the P that I don't know how to drive stick. Like, it's, I never had the chance. My dad used to have used to have a car that was stick shifting. But it's been a while. It's just sitting in the barn right now. Needs to be repaired here. Can I recommend a video to cleanse the palate? It's about right excellence in sports. We don't have too much time and stream left. I'm not one of those streamers that just I guess granted, I have been abusing the mods more lately and just kind of going as I please. But if you have to join the Discord server and then put it in stream ideas, and then I can maybe watch it. Though I haven't gotten stream suggestions in ages. Probably like a month, 2 months. 2 months feels too long. I haven't gotten stream suggestions in for fucking ever, and I finally did today. Cause it's like, you know what? My whole entire timeline is just full of VTuber drama right now and memes, and I have not seen any actual news. And you know what? Maybe I should actually pay attention to stream suggestions for the first time in forever. And I found a lot of good content. A lot of good React sloppa content. I was like, oh, I need to get through this. And I saw the Sam Hyde video. I was like, okay, I'm the Sam Hyde React streamer. Obviously, you have to react to the Sam Hyde video. But that's going to take the entirety of stream because I can't stop yapping to save my life. No, this one wasn't too, I don't know. It was fun and enjoyable, but I don't know. It wasn't exactly a good one for me to commentate on particularly, because a lot of it was just joking and fucking around, which obviously is enjoyable as the viewer, but as somebody supposed to commentate on different things, it was a little bit more difficult because I also didn't know what the fuck they were talking about at the same time. So, it was either this or the shoe on head video. Because, listen, it's shoe on head, man. Okay, it's shoe on head. Can you blame me at this point? Not to mention, this actually looks interesting. This actually looks like something I can commentate on. I was like, Sam Hyde's my OG. Sam Hyde's my OG slop reactor. Okay? So, I gotta stay home for that. Just delete stream suggestions at this point. No, I like stream suggestions. I like it when you actually suggest things to me. It's just that, like, and honestly, pretty much any React videos I do will come out of stream suggestions. I have no clue what the fucking watch, man. Like, okay, Sam Hyde, obviously, Shoe on Head K, and then what else am I supposed to react to? I don't know. I don't know any other. I don't know what's popular and hip with the kids. I just lay in bed, goon, and scroll through Twitter. I don't have a life, so, but I also try to report on the news from time to time, so, Shoe on Bread. Listen, she might be a little bit of a socialist, but she's pretty on point when it comes to cultural matters. She's not too bad. She's not too bad here. VTuber versus the Shoe Temptation Challenge. Impossible. Hey, listen. I did a decent job for a very long time, but then she did the milking farm thing, and since I read the milking farm, I figured that I would probably, that's a good thing to react to. And then I've been told by people, a Jew, a Swede who's basically a Jew, another Jew, and then people in the comments as well, that I should react to more. And I'm like, okay, fine, if this is what the people want, this is what the people want.